At the beginning of our last session, we had the group of adventurers going down into the depths of the water in order to complete and take the bond with the creatures of the plane of water. After doing so, they were able to come back to land and begin a sort of journey to get everything ready before the big push to Kivik. They were able to speak a little bit more deeply with Lord Brahm, who went into the city of Barumi, and afterward, the two adventurers followed and spoke with King William of Wamore. Unfortunately, the conversation didn't go as much as everyone would have hoped, as the king found out he had been deceived in more ways than one. Um, Upset by the news, he sees that maybe some things might not be what they appear, with the main party and possibly other players in the background. As they made their way into the underground city below Barumi, they were able to gather supplies and also hire the bomb lady and eventually take her back or send her back to Tordia in order to set up shop in their alchemy store. And yeah, in doing so, they also set up camp right outside of the teleportation kiosk in order to contact individuals, have them come through, and then make their way for the last push. Okay, let's join them now as they awake from slumber.
Morning.
Bernie lifts to his feet.
One more minute.
You see Bernie starting to set up to get some food in his belly.
Feel like we've gotten too used to the beds in Tordia.
Yeah, I can see that. Or
Everything
more like I can
hurts.
feel that.
Yeah.
So, what's the plan, boys?
Get everyone together. Get the party started. Think. Plane of air should be first.
Okay.
Could do the plane of water just in case. I don't know. Maybe it. Well, just thinking maybe it's good to have some water folk already waiting here in case, because we don't fully trust the air guys.
That's a good point. You see Bernie starting to cook up some delicious food. All right, when are we heading out?
Right away, I think if I remember correctly at least, I messaged them yesterday knowing or letting them know that we're coming today, so they should probably be either already prepared or well along their preparations, so it should be a quick trip, I think. Now do we have the stuff for breathing underwater? Maybe we don't. I could just go alone and grab them real quick without actually speaking because they know why I'm there. Let's see. Yeah, I have no more breathing herbs. Do I have a speaking sausage? Think so. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. You guys still have any? Oh, actually, yeah, I do. I still have 2 portions for speaking underwater, but I have nothing for breathing. Do you guys still have breathing herbs?
I'm completely out.
Yeah, I think I'm out too.
All right, then I guess I'll just pop over and grab them. I hope they're ready. I don't have to
Well,
wait. Or do you guys want to go
how
to
about?
the air?
Yeah, I was just about to say we can go
Yeah.
to the air, round them up, and we'll meet you back here.
All right. Yeah. Let's do that. Um.
From what I understand, uh, as soon as you use the portal, get out of the portal as soon as possible.
All right. Will do.
I believe I heard one person say that if you're in the portal, you swap places. And I don't particularly want to drown.
Yeah. Um. Okay. I'm guessing chances are I'll be back quicker anyways because we're friendly with those people. They're probably willing to wait for me. Maybe the air people are being a bit more. I don't know. We'll see, I guess. We have some way of letting each other know that the portal is occupied at the moment.
Mm, I don't think so. I think as long as we don't jump through within a 2 or 3 minute window of each other, I think we'll be okay.
Do we want to agree on a time before? And let's say, like, I try to jump back in 30 minutes, you guys try to jump back in an hour?
Hmm. I mean,
Something like
I
that.
think that's okay. Engel?
Or
Yeah.
maybe
I mean,
let's do
I was gonna
45
say,
minutes at an hour. Yeah, sorry.
I was just gonna say we can just wait for you to come back. Honestly, if it makes it easier, because like while you're gone, we can go ahead and like wait here, and then once you come back, that then we can go ahead and get everyone down at least to the water plane to the ocean over there, get them acclimated, and then swing by the air plane and get them. But either or works, honestly.
Actually, those are both pretty good plans, yeah. Hmm. You
Yeah,
see at
either
this
plan
point,
works fine.
Bernie's already like picking up the food from the fire. Well then, let's decide.
Well, I don't know. I guess to me it doesn't make much of a difference. I'm just gonna leave and try to be back in 45 minutes, and then I'll see whether you decided to
Yeah.
wait here or go to the air people in the meantime.
Well, how about we do both plans?
What do you mean?
There's 3 of us. One waits, 2 go.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So then, who's staying here?
I mean, I can stay.
All right.
It's
Yeah.
just
What?
get people down to the water.
Yeah.
Um. Yeah, they'll probably have guards at the. I'm just thinking you don't have a way of getting yourself, flying, but I'm guessing they have guards close to the portal that will spot you. And if not, I'm
Yeah.
sure you can think of something. All right.
You know.
Well, wait. Do you have an extra breathing thing?
No, I just don't need any. I can breathe underwater. Just
But do you have or no?
no, I don't.
Okay.
I'm
Hmm.
out as well. I only have the
Okay.
speaking one.
All right. Then that's probably the best.
Yeah. All right. I'll try to be back in 45 minutes, and then you make sure you don't use the portal in exactly 45 minutes, and then we should be fine.
Okay.
Uh,
What's the if
are
you're
you
not back in 45 minutes and I have to go to the air portal or airplane, what's the code again for air?
Oh, right here. See in the book. I don't know that one by heart. I think it's gusts, but let me double check. The notes here, portal codes.
1423.
Air. Yes, it is gusts 14232.
232.
4232.
Hey,
You got that?
make sure you guys get some food in you. It's going to be definitely a difficult road ahead of us.
Oh yeah, these rations again. We don't have cook making us breakfast. All right, I ate something. One of my rations. Do you still have rations, or you need one of mine, Engel?
See.
Engel?
I'm looking right now.
Oh, okay.
My inventory is taking a minute to come up. Yeah, I got rations.
All right. You might want to clear the circle, Bernie. Unless you want to go for a swim. Okay. See you soon.
Oh, hang on. What was the prince's name?
Prince's name? Asking me questions. Hold on. I have King Aramus is the ruler of the plane of air, and his father was Bellimus. So King Aramus.
King Aramis. Okay. Okay. Cool.
All right.
Safe
See
trips.
you. Get back.
Good luck, and then I'll enter my water code.
Okay. And you are gone. With a big flash angle, you now see exactly how the portal works. It hasn't been really revealed being in the actual portal itself, but you see a flicker of light, and from the portal, it immediately extends almost to the pillars themselves. It expands out, expands back in, and in that instant, whoever is inside is now gone. Almost like a second of a burst of energy collapsing upon itself. All right. I guess your turn?
I think he said give it 45 minutes, right?
He said to just not use it in 45 minutes.
Yeah. So we have to wait 45 minutes.
Okay.
Right? Or did he say, or I mean, is that what he meant?
I thought we were doing the same plan at the same time.
Okay.
Hui.
All right. Well, yeah, I can use it. We can go and go.
Right, I'll be here, and I guess I'll ferry everyone down to the water.
Yeah. All right. I punch in the code 14232.
And then in an instant, you're gone as well. Let's go over to plane of air. Element of planes, or plane of water. Sorry. That was the first one. Okay. Any creatures? Here we go. Okay. Locke, you are now immediately submerged in water. Let's pull over.
get my bearings first, and then I'll start swimming towards the structure that we know, the temple.
Okay.
And I have the flying, or swimming, flying, whatever it is.
Why is it not doing that? Okay, that's weird.
Well, if it doesn't work,
No.
I'll just
It's
imagine. Oh, there.
I tried clicking on your icon, but it didn't shoot me over to you. I don't know why.
Okay.
Okay. As you swim over, you see a few of the guards stop you. And they begin talking.
I'll take a bite of my sausage for speaking. Then, I guess they won't understand me, but in common I'll say, I'm here to see the prince and the king. Should be expected, I hope.
And they kind of tilt their head to the side.
His name. In Tempest. I'll just say Tempest.
And they,
Tempest.
one of them kind of, his eyes open up a little bit, and he begins swimming away. You see other guards swimming closer. About 5 to 10 minutes passes by before you see King Tempest making his way over. And the guard returns.
Okay. Is the prince is not here? Seeing that,
The
right?
prince shows up right afterward. And I don't know why he's hidden. He's right there.
I'll bow before the king and I'll say, good day. Did you get my message yesterday? Are people getting ready to leave for our plane?
The prince is now talking directly to you. The king returns the bow. You see the prince kind of look around.
All right, he needs one as well. Good thing I have another sausage. I'll give it to him.
He chomps it as it floats over to him. Oh, it's so good you're finally back.
How are your preparations going? I'm here to pick you up if you're ready.
He turns to his father, and they begin a very small conversation as he replies, it should be about 10 minutes. We didn't know exactly when you would be here. But we have about 20 to 25 troops that will come with us.
All right. How long ago did I come through the portal?
Are you asking?
I'm
me?
asking you. Yeah, I think I would say it took me like 10 minutes to swim over, maybe.
Yeah, I'd say like 10, 15 minutes because also with getting the prince and the king, it took another 5.
Yeah. I have a timing for the portal. Ideally, we want to try to use it then, so 10 minutes is actually plenty. We should be leaving in about More like 20 to 30 minutes, something like that, around that time window. So yeah, if everyone's at the portal in about 20 minutes, that should be good.
Okay. He looks. You don't want to leave now? Or soon? I don't.
Well, Engel is going to another plane at the same time, and we just want to make sure we don't try to use the portal at the same time. That could be weird with swapping places to. We wouldn't really know where we'd end up there in the plane of air where he's going. So we set time. So our time slot is in about 30 minutes, so maybe a bit less, and then he will go through 15 minutes later. So we're just trying to hit that window.
Okay. I guess we can begin the ceremony once everyone's here. Maybe that will be the right time?
Yeah, I mean, whatever preparations you need, do them, and then get to the portal as soon as possible without any extra hurry, and then I'll let you know how long we have to wait there. They might have to wait like 5 minutes at the portal, but that shouldn't be much of a hassle, I hope.
Okay. Well, how will everyone be getting back?
Back to your home plane afterwards, you mean?
Yes.
Also by portal, there is one close to where the fighting is happening. Though we're coming in through a different one. We're going to my plane through the same one that we've already been traveling back and forth through, and your soldiers will get back here through another one, but portal again.
Okay. All right, then. All right, then I guess we can start setting up the ceremony and wait for the other warriors to get here.
All right.
Okay.
Follow your
Let's
lead.
go into the temple. La 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 la.
Anything I need to know about the ceremony? Anything I need to do?
When others bow, you bow. Kneel when kneel. Follow.
All right, I can do that.
He takes you into the temple to begin setting up. Not yet. The ceremony itself.
That's a warrior, not the prince.
Yes, I know.
Oh, okay. I thought you
The
grabbed
warriors.
the
The
wrong one.
warriors. No. The warriors are all going inside the temple for, it's kind of like a blessing.
I'll just line up with them.
Okay, and then while everyone's starting to get set up, we'll go over to the plane of air. Okay, let's see. Right here. Where? Got it. Okay. Engel, as you pass through, you were standing right about here-ish.
Yeah.
Okay. You immediately hear someone yelling behind you. Wait! Bring him back! Who are you?
I am Engel.
What did you do with the guard?
I teleported here from my plane.
He's looking around frantically and running around. Where did he go? What did
Went
you
to where I
do?
just came from.
Bring him back.
Okay, bring him back. Also too, if you're going to be standing here, you don't want to be like on the island. You want to be off the island.
What
Because
island?
the one that we're standing on, this piece of ground, if you stand too close to this, you'll get trapped. Same thing will happen to you, and you get teleported away from here.
Where do I stand?
And I kind of point to like outside here.
He
You don't
kind
want to
of
stand up
runs. He runs over. Okay, here.
here. A little further out. Hopefully that's good enough. And I type in the code to go back.
Okay, what's the code?
It should be 14352. Right?
14352. Yes, I believe that's right. Okay. Do you type anything else?
I don't think so. I think that's it, right?
Okay. As you type in the code, you get sent back, and you end up. Let's see. Dun, dun, dun. Yes, you end up going to somewhere not so familiar. You see, I haven't finished, but you see what appears to be this long corridor, and immediately you are in freezing cold temperatures. As you look around, everything is covered in ice.
Oh fuck! I know where I'm at. Oh crap!
Nothing happened. You
Okay.
begin hearing what sounds like deep breathing in the distance.
Yep, I know where I'm at. I type in the code 14352 4.
4. 4. I think 4 is okay.
14352 is not the material plane, actually.
Oh, wait. Okay. Let me see. Do you have the chart for it? I don't have the chart in front of my face.
Yeah, 14352 is the void, which is what we called it, the one we don't know where it is.
Oh, okay.
And
So then
the chart
scratch
that
that
you
then.
gave me, Lock, is in wrong.
Drop the thing in here so I can, because it's on my laptop. Can you drop that into the Discord?
It should be
Yeah,
in there.
I mean,
That's
the
where I got
ones
mine
we
from.
know, yeah, we don't know all of them, but sure. Here.
Don't drop it. Drop it into my Discord. Or
Yeah.
yeah.
Message.
Yes, please. Drop it personal.
But yeah, the one that I have is the one that you gave me, Lock. So
No,
There we go.
that it's actually it's kind of funny. That's not the one I told you. I told you the one for air, which even if you entered it now, it would have brought you nowhere because you're already in air. I didn't realize I need to give you material as well. That's an oversight.
Yeah.
But you misremembered the air one, and it happened to be exactly a different one.
Okay, so
Funny.
here, let's send you over to the right board. Let me see if I remember it. I think it's this one. These names are so weird. Yes, ooh, I was right. All right, you get sent over. Right here. Let me pull you over. you are met with a wide open space surrounded what seems to be like frozen kind of hills as you look out to the distance and see absolutely nothingness.
Great.
There shouldn't even be any wind. Let's get rid of that. There's just complete silence.
I mean, you entered the air one correctly in order to end up there in the first place, I guess, or did you enter this code in the
He entered it,
like initially
but
already?
yeah, to get there, but then
Yeah.
14352. Yeah. Okay, Engel. You now are in a location that you have been before. This location is completely silent.
Okay. Then I'm gonna type in 21453.
21453. Okay. Do you type anything else after that?
4?
4. Okay. Let's see. That I think is
That's also an existing plane, but not the material one.
what's the number you just typed in? No, you typed in Earth. You typed in
It typed in Earth, which is the plane of Earth. The material plane is Lena's code in that image I
I
sent
see, I see,
you.
I see, I see. Okay, so if are you typing in that one? Material plane?
Okay, I have to go with what I just said. So
Okay. I mean, did you read that off of something and then you said it, or
yeah, I read it off of something
okay?
off my notes, but
Oh,
you
it
can go
says
ahead.
material plane in your notes.
No, it doesn't.
Okay. So then, as you teleport out, you see what appears to be these rocky crags, and it appears to be almost like this. Uh, Kind of you're inside of a ball, but this ball, as you kind of look around, it kind of moves shapes, and you see like these rocky crags begin like shooting out from different directions. You see it breaks apart some rocks and they tumble, but it appears that they tumble through the air almost like they're in space.
Okay. I'll type in there. I'll type in the code 51626314.
Okay. Do you type in anything after that?
Nope. I think
Okay.
it's all the digits. Yeah.
Okay. So just now you get sent over to the plane, material plane. And in the process, you are greeted with,
No,
let's see. Huh?
nothing. Just thought about something.
What did
What
you think
happens?
about?
Well, I don't
Oh,
want to say anything because it might make things
I
turn
know.
out differently. But
I know. Just now, you are greeted. Let me drop you in here. Oop. Okay, right here. Summon players. Okay. You are greeted what appears to be the material plane. And as you reach the material plane, you look around and you see the fire still blazing pretty hot. You hear kind of birds in the distance, and you see the sun not yet quite touching the mountain you are on right now.
Abyssal feces. Where's Bernie?
As you
Empty
look
guards.
around, there is no Bernie. There's no guard. You hear no sounds of speaking, no sounds of shouting, no sounds of any other life except for the wildlife in the distance.
I sigh, and I type in console 14232.
14232. Okay. 14232. You immediately have a flash of light, and as you come back, you are now pull you guys over. You are now back in the plane of air. The same guard rushes over. Where are they?
All right, so I'm gonna bring them back, but you have to tell them to come near you, okay? So they don't get teleported again, okay?
Okay.
So you have to get off the. You have to get off the. Get far away from here. Right there. Okay. Okay, 1 second. And I type in 516263114.
1, 2, what's that again?
516263114.
Okay, you type in 516263114, and then you hit enter, and you end up. Let's see. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There we go. Pull you in. You now find yourself in a very damp cavern.
What? I typed in the same code last time. Okay. I recognize this place at least.
Okay.
I
What do you want
type in
to
the
do?
same code again, the 516263114.
Okay. Do you type in anything after that?
No.
Okay. As you type in the code once more, the code sends you this time, to the icy cavern as you hear the sounds of deep breathing.
Okay. I type in the code again.
Okay. At this time, you type in the code one more time, and you end up what appears to be surrounded by nature. You see, as you look around, uh, you see like these really tall trees. You look around a little bit more, and you see what appears to be, as you look over, burn marks. And then you kind of look around a little further, and the trees, they're actually missing branches in certain parts. And as you look to your right, you see a few trees that are crackling with the sounds of fire. Uh, you're outside and you see the sky, but you just smell kind of this sulfury smell.
Okay, I type in the code again.
Okay. As you do, you get sent over. Where is it? Right here. Okay, you are now back on top of the mountain. Engel, no. So
Does
Engel,
this pedestal have a code on it or no?
what's that?
It doesn't, right? This pedestal doesn't have like a code on it. No.
No, you're just surrounded by 6 pillars, and the skeletons actually are not there. So I'll actually just delete them.
Okay.
So it's just you and those, the kind of blacked out mountain with 6 pillars.
Got you. I type in the same code, but I type a 0 at the end as well.
What code is that?
Oh, sorry. I type 156263140.
You said 1-5
Hmm?
or 5-1?
5-1.
Okay. As you do, you hit. There actually is no 0. It's just 1 to 6.
Then I hit a 1 at the end.
Okay.
So 516263141.
Okay. As you do, you get sent over. 1. Okay. You get sent over what seems to be kind of like this wide open area, as you see what appears to be kind of like rolling hills. You see like kind of like meadows, so to say.
Weird. Okay. Okay. I type in the code. Go here. 516263142.
Okay. As you do, you get sent over to the same scorched kind of location.
Not true. Look around. Smells like sulfur. Cool. Right. Type in the code 516263143.
Oh, sorry, wait. Actually, 0 is Colby. Yeah, you're right. You would have gone to Colby, but yes, it's okay.
So Colby's where I ended up at originally, right?
Yeah. If you typed in 0,
Or
yeah. I'm looking at the notes. Yeah, you would have ended up in Colby again.
got you. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
But then you
All
typed
right.
1. You typed 1, so
I,
then you ended up in the fields.
okay. So
Mhm.
now I'm going to type in 516263142.
2 was the burning kind of trees.
Okay. Oh yeah, no, sort of. So okay. So I want to type in 516263143.
3, you end up appearing like uh, you see what appears to be this. Looks as though there's like scorched earth around, yet it doesn't look fresh. It looks as though this place. i Imagine like lava, but lava cooled. So it just is this wide open space to your west, and it just looks like cooled over lava, blackened earth. Um, and it appears as though like trees have sprouted up around it, but nothing grows in the center.
Okay. Familiar with this. All right. Okay. Type in here. Oh. Type in 516-263-146.
Okay, you end up back on top of the mountain you're currently at right now.
That's what I thought. Okay. So I type in there 516-263-145.
145. You end up surrounded by very thick forest. And you look around and it's like you see a path that leads away from you that looks as though, like, as you're there, it looks as though you're kind of underground, but there's a path that leads out, and from where you're standing you can see a thick kind of forest. So imagine kind of like you're in a massive foxhole, and like you'd have to kind of just walk your way through, and yeah, hard to describe. Kind of like a foxhole, but
As long as I
human
can
size.
see air and I know it's not the Underdark, I'm fine.
Yeah.
Okay. So knowing that I end up back where I am here. Okay. I'm gonna. So correct me if my reasoning is correct, or I guess if my
hmm
reasoning is sound.
hmm
I went to the plane of air, took the guard back,
Yes.
and then I came back here. Bernie's gone, so now Bernie is with the guard in the plane of air, and then I left the plane of air again, and they
You
should still be here on our plane, but because I didn't come back here first, I jumped around a little bit until
yes,
I
you
ended up back here where I'm at. So
you
now they should
jumped
be in the previous place where I was previously on here on this plane.
you didn't go directly from the plane of air to uh the material plane. You jumped around one or two places before you came back here.
Well, no, I'm only talking about the places where I hit here on the material plane, like where I met Bernie and them, or where Bernie was at. So I left
hmm
air,
hmm
right,
Where did
and
you
then
go after air?
I think the void. I think well, air down.
Okay. Yeah,
I
you're right. You're right. Void first, then after the
Yeah,
void.
the void, and after the void, I went to um forgot the place that hates magic. I forgot the name, but yeah,
Holding.
is that Colby? Okay.
That's not where you ended up first. You ended up
No,
somewhere else after
okay.
the void.
Well, no, like I said, I'm not counting those ones. I'm counting those ones that I moved Bernie and the guard
Okay.
because they wouldn't because they'll only teleplate to a place where I'm contacting or when I'm touching down here will swap,
Correct.
right? Yeah.
Correct. Yes.
So the last time I came back here was when I came back from the plane of air because they were recently in they came back there and they didn't
Do you
uh
roll
was that
roll for
okay.
let's see, roll for a history check.
Okay.
Please roll well. Please roll well.
I mean, it's Engel. He doesn't tend to listen to what people tell him to do. But in this case, he'll do it.
Okay, yeah. So from the plane of air, you went through to the void, and then
Yeah.
after the void, you ended up somewhere where there were rocky crags, and they were jutting through, creating rocks that kind of spun and floated through air and kind of did all this insane stuff. Then you ended up coming back to where you are right now, After that, you went to Colby, and then so on and so forth.
Okay. So they're at the plane of rock or earth right now. Got you. Okay, so I need to swap here with the planet Earth or planet Earth. Uh, and that's part two because I don't even know if this code's gonna work. Okay. I type in
It's
21453.
Okay,
like
you
some kind of
said
puzzle mind game.
yeah, yeah.
It is indeed a puzzle.
21453. Okay, as you do, you end up in a kind of rocky crag as you flip through, and as you do, you see the guard uh, just kind of looking around up on one of the crags. And you look around, and again, you see like rocks crashing into each other, like kind of almost like it's asteroids as they're kind of flipping through the air and doing all this kind of crazy stuff. Crags kind of jutting up out of nowhere. And you see one of the plane of air guards kind of trying to fly around a little bit, look around.
I yell at him, hey, come over here.
He immediately looks over and flies over to you. I said I'll look for my own way back.
I can get you back. Where'd the other guy go?
You what? Other guy? What other guy?
Was there somebody else with you when you arrived here?
He kind of looks at you, crossed. You're the only one I've been talking to for the last 10 minutes.
Did he look exactly like me, or did he look a little different?
He kind of, again, crosses, like, tilts his head. What are you talking about? A dwarf. You. I've been talking to you.
Okay. Did you see which way I went after you spoke to me?
You've been standing here the entire time.
Do I look around? Do I see Bernie?
No.
Yeah, because yeah, okay. All right. I say here, just stand here, okay? Give me 1 second, all right? And I type in 142.
He floats over to you, and he's like fists on his sides, like on his waist. What are you talking about? And you're typing a code?
Yeah, I type in the code 14232 as he gets when he gets close enough.
14232. Okay. As you do, you and this individual, let's pull you over. And again, he has his fists on his side as he's looking at you. I said, yes. Okay. And he begins taking flight. Finally home.
Okay. And I look to him and I say, yeah, okay, so don't step around this right here, okay? Don't be on the altar here. Because it'll teleport you somewhere else if someone is using it, okay?
What do you mean? I don't... So, who used it and sent me away?
I use it to come here so I can go ahead and talk to your king, but I had to look around pretty much all over the cosmos to get you here, so... Yeah.
So,
I point to him, ask your friend there, alright? He'll tell you pretty much what happened.
Are you the one that's supposed to take us over?
Yes, I was the one who's supposed to take you guys over, but I had to go back and get you here back, get you back here, so that way I can, make sure you don't get lost somewhere.
Okay. Well, are you ready to send us to the other side?
Is this all of you? You two?
No, we need to call them over.
Okay, well, I need to go find that dwarf that you were talking to before. I have to go find him. So I'll be back in a little bit. But for right now, and I point over here, just stand over here. Okay?
How long will it take?
Roughly about 10 minutes, probably. I hope.
All right, then we'll come back with their army.
Okay, great.
He
But again,
takes he takes flight, and the both of them start flying away. 10 minutes, right?
yes, 10 minutes.
They start flying very quickly. You see them dash off into the distance.
Okay. Okay. Um, if I'm right, then that means when I did that code to go from Earth, or to go to Earth from the material plane, I'm talking to you, DM.
Yeah.
That means if Bernie was standing in the right spot, he should go back to where he was originally in the mountains. And I hope to God he moves from the spot before I try to go back there.
Okay. What
Am I
code are you
right?
gonna? I mean, that's the logical answer.
Okay. Okay, I type in code 516-263-146.
Okay. As you type in the kind of, I guess you could say, the extension button, yes, you enter the 6 and then you push enter, and you get sent over to.
Okay.
You see Bernie jump over. What the heck was that?
So, yeah, you don't want to be in the center here when we're doing stuff, because obviously you get teleported any which way.
Yes, that strange creature came through, and I came over here to get him out of the ring, to ask him what was going on, and then 2 minutes later, and you see Bernie's clothes like completely dusty, completely just like gravel, kind of like he's like still shaking out of his boots. I don't know what the heck happened. Who
Well,
was that guy?
you pretty much experience what's been going on with me and Locke for the past 4 months. Wait, has it been more? Has it been a month? 4 months? Or has it only been in 1 month?
It's been like 2 months at this point,
Yeah,
probably.
yeah. I told him so. Yeah, I told him like what you've experienced is what me and everyone else in our party has been experiencing for a while, and you pretty much just got the short end of what we've been doing. But yeah,
Okay.
no, just next time have them go over to you, and I point to the ring around here. If you're within this ring right here, you will get teleported. So you want to
Yeah,
stay outside of it.
that's what I was trying to get that guy to get out of the ring for.
No,
I
I
was
know,
trying
I know,
to.
I know. For some dumb reason, him and other people in the plane of air are standing on top of the altar, and I point to like around here. They're standing around here for some reason, and we told them not to, and they are doing it. So
All right. Well, whoever that guy was, we got sent over to that other location, and then
yeah,
he
you
sort
got
of,
sent to the plane of Earth.
yeah, he's sort of flying around, and I told him if we just sit tight, we'll get sent back, and he wouldn't listen. Where
It's
is he
okay.
now?
I got him back. I got him back.
All right. Well, that's a doozy. I guess I'll start getting everything else ready. I'll put out the fire too.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the plane of Earth, or I'm gonna go try to go back to the plane of air right now. If if just so happens that someone is literally on this teleport, okay, just I'll give it like I'll be there for a good couple of minutes. So if they're there, try to get them to go near you.
All right.
And
Well,
then if by some
any-
chance, also too, Locke's gonna be coming back soon, so stay away from the portal just in case. Okay.
well, and he kind of points over your shoulder at the other, like the where you climb down the mountain. I'm gonna be standing there, so as soon as you come through, just start heading my way, and we'll get to the cliff.
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, Locke should be coming in soon. I think. How long's it been? Like what? 20 minutes? 30 minutes?
The amount of time of travel is, yeah, I'd say like 15, 20 minutes of you
Okay.
like
Be
going
funny.
back and forth. I'm actually timing it, like taking kind of notes on the side. You're safe. I know what you're gonna say, Locke.
Yeah, that would have been funny.
I know. I'm actually yeah, I'm keeping track of it. You're okay.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Engel,
Alright.
do you know what Locke was gonna say?
No.
He's gonna say that what if he came through the portal right now? You guys would go to
Yeah.
the yeah.
Oh, it's all good. Yeah. No.
Yeah.
I mean, I gotta hold my
Okay.
breath for a quick second as I type it in, but I have to do a
Yeah.
voice check. But yeah,
But
so I
then
told Bernie, yeah, go ahead and get out of the range, and then I'll type in the code right now so I can
Yeah.
get
there would be a constant battle of trying to run out of the ring as Locke is like putting the code back in. I wonder what happened.
right.
Okay. So
So
Bernie's
I'll
now
okay.
clear and he's stomping out the fire.
Okay. I type in 14232.
Okay. As you do, you get sent over. Let's go here. Yeah, that would have been funny. Immediately just submerged in water.
No, especially because they were like, "Oh, how much time has it been? Let me check my watch. Oh, it's been
Yes,
exactly
exactly.
45."
Yeah. Okay. As you pop back over, these guys would be invisible. It has now been about 3 minutes since you have chatted with Bernie, or since when you first left the plane of air. So you guys chatted for like 3 or 4 minutes. So you see off in the distance, maybe it looks like something's approaching, but you still have a few minutes to go. So in that time, let's head over to the plane of water. I'll pull you guys through. And Engel, I'll give you permission with this dude so you can see what's going on.
Bernie's already in there already. I can already see Bernie.
And I
Oh,
think
but
you
can
can
you
see
see
through
the?
me as well, since we're in the same party.
Oh, really? Okay, then never mind. I won't give you permission to this guy then. So you can see all the people in
Yeah,
the
Bernie's in
temple.
the same room with them.
Ah, is he really?
Yeah, he is. He's just floating really high up, but it's okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
But here, he's there, and I can see. It doesn't really matter.
I don't see Bernie at all. Damn. All right.
This is his base right here.
I don't see. I don't
You
see
don't see
it.
a base there?
No.
Hold on, what happens if I fly him down? Because I apparently have control of him. You don't
I mean,
see-
there's a. Oh yeah, now I see him. What's up, Bernie? Why is he here?
just a
No,
bloated
no. I mean,
corpse.
again, like you just put him. You can put him back up in the ceiling. That way, he's not in the shot,
Yeah, his base still is.
or make him invisible.
I think you don't even need him. I think. Wait, we can try.
He's dead.
Oh, okay. I think
Sorry.
you can still see, right?
Can you still see?
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah. Just
I'll
me
give
being
you
here is
player
enough.
permission anyways. Aw, that's so sweet. Okay.
Especially talking about
So-
myself. Me being here is enough.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't say who was sweet for. Just sweet. All right. So as you return, you see as minutes continued to pass by, more and more of these guards continue packing themselves in, and you guys are pretty much shoulder to shoulder. Again, it's about 20 to 25 of these guards kind of sandwiched in, trying to get their blessings. And you see the ceremony commence as the king kind of goes forward. Again, the same thing. He touches the statue with his head, and it begins lighting up. And you see, as he kind of raises one of his arms, the lights kind of float from the center of the statue into his hand. And he kind of holds it like a flame that's floating above his hand. Of course, underwater, but still. He puts his left hand, which has the underwater flame, and he extends his right hand up, and you see all of the guards kneel down.
I follow suit.
The prince kind of floats over and is the first one. He kind of extends his neck, kind of arching it down as he's looking toward the ground, and the king puts his hand on top of the back of his head, and you see kind of like a little glow kind of go into himself, and he floats over. And then the first guard goes. He does the same, and the light enters into him, and he floats, and he starts leaving. The next one, and he leaves. And he leaves. And he leaves. And he leaves.
I do whatever they do.
Yeah, the king kind of looks at you and smiles for a second and puts his hand on top of your head. And then you fly a lot faster as you swim forward.
Hit my head on the wall. Ow. Ow.
Okay, you now are able to swim a little bit faster. All
It's
right.
still a lot slower than them, though, right?
Yeah. Okay. You hear what sounds like a conversation between the king and the prince, as you see all of the other guards start making their way, as soon as they're blessed, start making their way toward the portal.
I think I'll wait for the prince and or the king here.
As you are standing there, other guards are kind of like pushing their way past you to go over to the portal. Another guard pushes past you to get to the portal. And then the last guard goes past you to get to the portal. The prince starts swimming, and it's almost as though you're not even seen. He just starts, just like the other guards, he just starts making his way toward the portal.
I'll leave then when he leaves.
And even though he's able to swim super fast, they're not like in a rush. You see, everything they do is just kind of a slow swim.
I swim as fast as I can to barely keep up.
You're actually going faster than he is. Then
Oh,
it's like the slowest. It's almost like a meditation. It's almost like kind of saving energy, so to say.
I'll just keep pace with him.
Yeah. And then finally he makes his way to the portal. Okay, with that, let's go over to the plane of air. Why are you invisible? That's weird. All right, now you're not invisible. Okay, so here, you start seeing Engel on the in the distance. You see what appears to be a large number of these flying creatures making their way towards you. They return, and much like the guards you saw earlier, they all appear to be very similar. Same outfits, same everything. And you are also met. Where
Are
is he?
you even here, Engel?
Oh my gosh. Hey, Engel.
Wait, what?
Okay.
Oh,
Oh my
there.
gosh. I pushed the button. That's weird. Where is. Where is he? 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 There's this guy. The king also arrives and lands very softly down. And he. Why is he not a unique creature? I don't know why.
Hmm.
Okay, I'll just go over and grab him. That's very weird. 2 seconds while I have some choice words with this king for not being on my unique list. Ah, okay, now we got it. Okay, 1 second as I run back to you. And now I lose connection. Great.
I see the king running at me like Dumbledore.
So he actually he actually just floats down, and it's almost as like he's putting on a show. Like he just floats down, and it's just like this most graceful landing as he floats down and lands right in front of you with his army of soldiers, and he's got about like 25 to 30 of these guards with him, and he just very gracefully lands. I see you've returned for our need, our help. Good to see you again, little one.
Good to see you again as well, Your Highness.
A word I never get tired of. All right. So I think all's in order for us to make our way. If I guess we must squeeze in a little bit in order to make this work on one trip, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Correct, yes.
Perfect. Well, then I think our final blessings are in order. Would you care to partake?
Sure.
He turns around. If you don't mind joining them.
Okay. I guess I try to join them.
Can you control your character?
Yeah. I don't see anybody though.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I only see the 2 guards.
Let
Yeah,
me
me
just make
too.
sure. Now do you see yourself in front of on the teleportation?
No, I can always see myself. I can't see the prince and everyone else. I only see myself and the 2 guards right here.
You don't see this guy right here, like right in front of you?
Nope.
Really?
Really.
Oh my.
Actually, I thought you were doing like I thought you were just telling me like theater of the mind. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Cool. Yeah, I joined them. Air
Huh.
quotes.
Do you see him now?
Nope.
Oh, brother. I'm trying to like do like different things. Maybe I'll give permission to. Now do you see him?
I see him now. Yes, I see
Oh,
him.
okay. Okay, cool. I just gave permission to lock on this one, so hopefully
That's funny. I can see him.
you can or cannot.
I cannot.
Oh my.
Whoa.
All right. Sorry. uh, maybe it's a glitch. So the king once more kind of motions for you to take your place. If you don't mind.
Do I come down here with these guys? Okay.
Yeah, he's pretty much like motioning that way. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I thought you might have saw him, so he literally just like turned his back on you, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
I did
so
not see it. Okay.
oh, I see. Okay, so he begins, and he lifts up his sword, and you hear him start like chanting something in what appears to be this very odd, like very soft spoken, kind of airy kind of language. And the guards like immediately stand at attention. And the guard closest to you kind of like nudges you.
I stand at attention.
You see the king raise his sword straight up into the air, and he begins again, like this very soft, flowy, kind of airy language. Begins kind of somewhat of a hymn, somewhat of a chant. And the sword that he has begins glowing this very like soft blue as it appears as though smoke kind of emanates from it. And the guards all raise for their weapons and then raise them in the air as well.
I raise my weapon in the air.
You see the king slash down with both arms as it appears as though he's attacking something, and this blue kind of cut like goes across the entire wave of soldiers, and it strikes through their chests, and it pretty much strikes through your forehead. And as it does, like you feel kind of like this light sensation as you can now feel as though your weapon is a little bit lighter. It's a lot more easy to handle.
Okay.
All right. And he again begins chanting as he ends with kind of what appears to be a prayer as your weapons themselves glow for 2 or 3 seconds and they die down. The other soldiers put their weapons away.
Put my weapon away.
He turns to you and he walks down and he just looks you dead in the eye. This is the power I wield. So take us through. We have work to do. And he stands. You're on the backside of the podium. Yeah.
There we go.
Right there.
Okay.
So he motions for his guards to join him, and the guards like start packing in. And you guys are like shoulder to shoulder to shoulder. Like all of the guards. There's like 20 or 30 guards like all taking up this, and I'm not gonna like put them all here. And the king kind of like, I guess we're gonna be a little more cramped than I care to be. And he kind of scoots forward to make room.
Okay. Once I know that um the everyone's in the vicinity, I quickly type in the code, and if you want to make a sleight of hand check, I
Yes,
can.
please. Yes, please.
Gotcha.
So you're just doing it really fast.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. As you push the first button, you see the number light up as it always does. And you get the first number. What is the first number?
The first number is 5.
Okay. As soon as you push 5, you stop yourself as the number glows for like a split second and dies down. What would you like to
Uh,
do?
I guess I hit the delete button.
There is no delete button, but the
Um.
number has faded at this point.
Oh, it's not sticking.
No,
Okay.
no, 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 no. You just pushed the button, and it lit up like it always does. It lights up, and
Yeah.
then you pretty much stopped yourself in the path.
Okay. I hit the 1 button. Does it light up or does it not light up?
It as well lights up. The numbers have always lit up, by the way.
Oh, so whenever I press them, they stay lit.
Yes. They light for a split second. It's like you push the button, and then it lights, and then dims.
Okay, so
As you push the second button, again, all of the buttons always light up. As you push the second button, the 1, the king kind of looks over at you. We'd like to go soon, if you don't mind.
okay. I tried typing in the code again, and it does it
Just
stay lit?
normally? Just normally?
Yeah, normally.
Okay, you push the 6, and it lights up. Just like it's lit up every time the number gets pushed in. So even when Locke did it, the numbers lit up. Even when you did it earlier, when you're trying to find Bernie, the numbers always light up.
Okay.
So you've now typed in 516.
Okay. So I type in the rest. 263146.
Okay. 263146. Okay. As you do, you immediately get sent over to one more. Okay, let's drop you in here. Let's pull you over. Let's grab the king.
Okay. And then I say to the king, all right, we must quickly head over here because my other companion is going to be jump over that. Don't touch the red blocks; they're going to hurt you if you touch them. So you have to jump over them.
You see him just take flight and just
Okay.
glide over.
And then I'll have
He
him.
turns around. Don't touch the red. It'll hurt you, I think.
Yeah.
And the
And I
other
tell
ones
him,
just start flying.
yeah, they can all gather over here in this pathway over here. And then
Okay.
you and your men can,
Bernie's over here as well.
yeah. I tell him you and your men can go ahead and form ranks here for the moment until the rest of the people show up.
Okay. And then, all right. So they all start kind of forming a line behind the king in rows of, in 3 rows.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just let him know. Locke will be here with the warriors from the water plane to help us.
Okay.
In a
Let
moment.
me just find these guys. Just so I can grab them easier. They are not elementals. Yes, okay. So they all start lining up in rows of 3. All right. So with that, let's go over to the plane of water.
What is my estimation of the time I've spent here?
You have now spent about, with the ceremony, they got ready 10 minutes. So it's now been like 50 minutes, 50, 55 minutes.
Okay. I turn towards the prince and I say, I'm gonna have to go real fast. We're a bit over our time, but we should still be there before we run into any trouble. Is everyone gathered?
They all kind of, you see them all like, some are in the distance, some are close by. He kind of swims around a little bit, counts. Yeah, we are all ready to go.
All right. I'll enter the material plane code, followed by the 6.
Okay. As you do, you get teleported over to the material plane. Engel, right as soon as you were telling them that you should form, you should start gathering all your troops, the last of the troops starts getting into place as you immediately hear this kind of pulse sound start up. And you see a flicker of light. Actually, no, you can't see it. Never mind. You are around the corner. Bernie sees something and yells over to you, "They're coming through!" And then, right as soon as he gets those words out, Locke and a many, if I can find Locke, yes, Locke and a many fish-like creatures make their way through.
All right, we're gonna have to hurry up before the others come in here. Everybody clear a circle. Do not step on the red plates. You're gonna have to jump over them. Prince already knows. Oh, you probably have to translate for them. And then we'll get to the cliffs where you've been fishing before.
Water. Oh, he kind of like
Here,
scoops some of the water. He scoops some of the water off his scales and stuff, and like slurps it in, and then he kind of translates what you just said. Just now, as you make your way on the other side of the red circle, you see Bernie and you see Engel.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind the hurry. We have a minute then. Seems like they're already here. Bernie, did you hear anything from the humans arriving at the foot of the mountain? Nothing yet?
Not that I heard of. Are they supposed to be coming through?
Yeah, they're coming through the trees at some point today, and then we're leaving together. You think you could maybe go to the foot of the mountain and I mean see if they're already there, or otherwise wait there for them and then bring them over to the cliff?
Yeah, sure.
Get
That'll work.
everybody else there.
Okay. Just then, you catch a glimpse, and all of the troops are now in place for the plane of air.
Cool.
Here, I'm now gonna do courteous bow.
Um,
I'll say, King Aramis, thank you for being here.
yes, I think this will definitely benefit the both of us. I hope we can make short work of these pests that you seem to be riddled with.
The water folk that I'm bringing here are gonna have to get to the water over at the ocean over there pretty quick. So I suggest we gather over there, and then we'll tell you at least a plan for our travel up to the battle, if not the battle itself yet.
Okay, so there's a plan before a plan.
Yeah, we'll just about how we're gonna travel. We're gonna have plenty of time during our trip. There will be a rest involved in it anyways, to then talk about the battle itself. But,
Yes,
as I'm
the
sure you're aware, there's a bunch of forces that we have to organize to get to travel together. It's not trivial, at least for me.
yes, I would imagine a inferior species like those fish need some time to rest. Sure, we'll set up by the cliff and wait for you. That's what we came here for. He starts flying.
All right, turning it back towards the prince. And you know where the water is. You can bring your people there, and then we can wait for our human forces there to arrive.
Uh, okay, yeah. I guess I'll just get everyone set up. At the cliff?
I mean, your people might want to go at the bottom of the cliff in the water. I've been told. I mean, I think you told me that they need to get to water pretty quickly. I would appreciate if you stayed up, so you're kind of the representative for your forces, so we can talk about the trip together.
Okay. So they begin making their way over. And Bernie has already left. Yet nothing seems to be coming from him on his side.
Okay. Locke, did you want to try messaging them?
Yeah, I can do that. Just again, today shouldn't be a problem. Let's see.
What did you say, Locke?
We're gonna rest later, shouldn't be a problem. So I'm gonna
I see.
message
Gotcha.
Lord Bram and finding a spell right now to mark it off. Message will be put it in campaign. Water.
Are you going to message, you said?
Yeah, I'm writing it first and then counting the words and
Gotcha.
then.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that's no problem. Okay. Water and air forces are at the mountain. How is your progress? You can arrive as soon as ready.
Okay, and this is he can reply. You counted,
Yes.
Okay. He responds, wrapping up a hearty breakfast, bringing you some. Will be over soon.
Okay. Yeah, they're on their way, Engel.
Okay, cool.
And then once, I guess the water people are also here with the prince.
Prince is, but you said that they should just head off the cliff.
Yeah,
So
yeah. The prince is here. I'll let him and King Aramis know. Okay, the last part of our forces that will be traveling with us should arrive shortly. They'll come through different means of travel. They should be coming around the mountain there. I mean, I expect them in less than half an hour, probably. At least they say they're almost ready. And then once everyone is here, the plan is that we travel along the coast in this direction, and I'll point north, until we reach the northern tip of this large island or small continent, whichever way you want to talk about it. That will be where we set up camp before then crossing the water straight to join the battle itself tomorrow. Now, since the humans that are also coming here are not capable of traveling as fast as either of you are, we would like to ask if you would be willing to carry, or I guess in the case of the merfolk, pull our people along. Both of you be willing to do that, or how do we want to organize it?
I saw there's how many people did he bring? Well, I brought 25. And how many of your human friends are you going to be forcing us to deal with?
I don't know the exact number. The Lord that is bringing them decided that itself. Do you want to know? I can send him a message to ask, or is it fine if we see when they show up?
I guess we can see.
I expect it will probably be a similar amount to either of your forces, probably around 20, maybe a bit more as well.
Well, if it's more than they can carry, I guess I hope they can swim too.
Are you saying that your men are not willing to carry them? Am I understanding that correctly?
I believe we made a deal in order for us to fight, not
Yes.
give piggyback rides.
It's all right. I'm just asking. See
Okay.
what we can do then.
Well, I guess we can have a little conversation with my men to iron out some of the last details so they know what's going on. And he kind of
Right.
just floats away.
I'm thinking, yeah, well, I guess we'll see how many show up. Prince, hope your men will be enough to carry them.
Yeah, I hope so. The
Well,
king
otherwise we'll
turns.
find a way.
Would you like to find a better spot to gab for the time being?
All right.
Thank you.
We'll gather.
He turns back to, kind of flops over. Pew, 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 pew. And at this point, he starts speaking in a very light and airy kind of, but as though it's a powerful wind language is emanating from his gut. And about 5 or 10 minutes passes when Bernie shouts out from the distance, "We're coming! Coming!"
Did I understand his wind language?
What languages do you speak?
Common, Elvish, Primordial, and my home language,
There actually is 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 words that you do recognize, but it's almost like it's a different dialect. But like you understand, I would say probably about 20% of what he's saying.
And is
Okay.
anything standing out to me as something I would take note of it, or is it more just like motivational speech and also about to travel that I told him about?
It's pretty much like you're getting the gist that it's like pretty much just the travel. And also there's like a few words thrown in there. You hear what kind of you would imagine, I guess, if you had to take the word and translate it into your own language, would be the word steadfast, strong, and there's another word that kind of sounds like resilient. Okay, then you start seeing what appear to be the humans. Let's bring them over. And it is... And they are invisible. Dang it. Great. Why do that to me?
I'll
And
just
it's
count
about...
them.
Yeah. Boom, boom. Yes.
It's good.
Okay.
It's like less than 20. All good?
Right. We have everyone here and accounted for, I think.
All right. Is there one of you who is the leader of this troop I can address directly, or
You see, let's find him. You see one of them kind of step forward, and yes, I'm, I guess you would say the leader. Pleased to meet you.
nice to meet you as well. My name is Locke.
I'm Blue.
I think I've read about you. Do you know the Aimless?
Oh, yes, I do. How do you know them?
Well, we are the Aimless now. As it usually is with these groups, some members have joined and others are busy elsewhere right now, but we're part of the Aimless as well. Me and Engel, that is.
Oh. He kind of takes a beat, not moving for a split second, and then kind of leans forward. There's, can you name any of the previous members?
Is he saying it's both of us or just Locke?
To everyone, yeah. He's saying it to all three because you guys are saying you guys are the aimless.
Oh, I say me and Locke are aimless, but I'm not sure if you remember, but I joined. I was with Lena and Nim previously.
Lena and Nim. All right, I guess you are the aimless. He takes his hand off his sword and kind of extends, not as in he's felt threatened, he just, like, that's where he rests his hand. He takes his hand off his sword and kind of extends it. I guess it's pleased to meet some new friends. What happened to Lena and Olrond and Nim?
Olrond is currently helping out. What was her name again? Oh my god, I'm
Alma
blanking on her name.
Kelkas.
Alma, yeah.
Seeker
Nim's
Alma.
currently working with Secret Alma. Lena is attending some issues with her family, and unfortunately, Nim passed away. Died in
Oh.
battle not too long ago.
Oh, that is unfortunate. Well, I'm sorry to hear about Lena, and I'm sorry to hear about Nim.
No, Lena's fine. She's just dealing with some family matters in
Oh,
another
so
part of the continent.
nothing the issue.
Yeah, no, she's not.
Okay.
Nothing is really wrong. She's still with us. She's just attending another matter.
Okay.
You know how it is, trying to put out many fires in many different places.
I I think I understand. There's, and he stops himself. Yes, we've been trying to keep an eye on Rockdale recently, but that's neither here nor there. That's a first, as he kind of looks at all those floating soldiers. I guess the supernatural is on our side.
Well, I wouldn't
Yes,
say supernatural.
these are forces from the plane of air under the lead of their king, King Aramis, over there.
Okay,
And the fellow you
Aramis, got it.
see over at the cliff is Prince. Need my notes. I don't think I even wrote down the name anywhere. Can't see it. King Tempus? Yeah. He's the prince of the waterfolk. They also sent some forces which are currently over the cliff down in the water.
Oh, a prince. He turns around and kind of hits his shield into his side, and all of the knights bow a knee and bow their heads. I am sorry, sir. And again, he also kind of bows at his waist and bows his head. Uh, uh, I am the Blue Knight. We are humbly honored to be in the presence of royalty. I heard from the higher-ups, I guess, kings and princes and other important individuals, that we would be in the presence of someone whose name we would soon remember for many years to come. And we hope that we can serve well and become allies in the future. And the prince kind of turns to you guys. Wow. All right. He kind of flops his feet forward. Star treatment, I guess. Well, please rise. Uh, I, uh, I, it's good to meet you. Yes, sir. And you see the Blue Knight and then the other's knight follow suit as they stand. Well, I guess we'll be fighting alongside each other, and, I hope your armor is pretty good in the water. He kind of looks over at the trio. The water? What does this mean?
Yeah, so as you might know, what's being attacked is it Kivik, I think, in the north.
Mm-hmm.
Check my notes again. Yeah, Kivik in the north, and the plan for traveling there together is that the water folk will pull you. They can travel faster than a ship, actually, in water. And we will be traveling to the northern end of this part of Gamun now, of Wamor now, then resting there, and then crossing the strait to the island of Kivik tomorrow. So yeah, you guys will be traveling in the water with the waterfolk.
Oh, all right. He kind of looks down at his armor. How will they be doing this?
I think they were going to carry you. Are you thinking you're too heavy, or is the water a problem with rust?
I think the water is a problem with the rust. Sorry, Prince. May I have some time to speak with these newfound friends? I think we should have a private conversation. And he kind of excuses. If you don't mind. So, I would hate to ask the prince this, but is it possible to stand on them above the water?
We could ask them that. I'm thinking if I have maybe some way of quickly constructing a boat as well. There's woods nearby. We have access to wood as a material, but I think I can only easily shape stone, which might not make the best ship.
Okay. I mean, I guess if they can push logs somehow, we can stand on the logs. But I don't think this would be a best idea for us to submerge ourselves in water.
I think we could make makeshift rafts, I guess, with some wood and some rope.
Okay. I mean, even if we just cut down a log and sat or stood or stand on them, I think that's acceptable. But I
Right.
don't want to say that in front of a prince.
Yeah, just so you know, the Prince of the Waterfolk, he's rather casual in his, I guess, manner, so you don't have to worry with him too much. But all types of manners and deference are absolutely appropriate for King Aramis. I'd say he would expect it, just for your information.
Okay. As relaxed as the prince might be, I don't think we have much wiggle room in our oath to speak in a casual manner to royalty. But,
Right. I mean, we can talk to him, that's fine, just letting you know that.
okay. I appreciate that. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to step away from the prince and speak to you three about the matter first.
Yeah, I'll talk to the prince, see if the log works for him. You think your men could go cut down some trees then quickly?
I think we don't really have any axes.
I don't have any kind of weapons. I could carry the trees quite easily once they're cut down. Do you have something for cutting, Engel?
Not really.
Check our
I
pack.
don't think I have any spells that will do cutting. I got spells that'll blow stuff up. Not cutting.
I mean, do you think swords would be enough to hack through the roots? We could excavate the top of the roots pretty easily with
I mean, I can control, or I can mold earth, and I can cause the
exactly.
dirt to go away from the roots, and it'll fall over.
Well, the root system is pretty vast. I doubt you could excavate all of it. But if you excavated like the top of the roots until they get thin enough to be cut by a sword, that could work. And then I can use levitate to get them to the water easily.
Yeah, you can do that.
All right. I guess that's a plan for the trees, and I'll ask the prince about carrying the logs. Oh, King Aramis. And I bow.
Yes, we are ready to push off. And I see they are just making their way in. I'm wondering what the holdup is.
It seems we will have to cut down a tree or two for the waterfolk to pull, since it would harm the metal of these fine warriors' armor if they were submerged in water. Should not be too much longer, though. I will be as fast as I can.
Okay. Well, hmm. Give me a second. Let me see. So what's the problem? They can't be in the water, and what happens?
Their armor would take damage to rust if they were submerged in water for too long, especially the salty water of the ocean.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So the plan we have thought up was to cut down probably 2, maybe 3 trees, so that the logs float in the water. They would then be able to sit atop the trees as the merfolk push them or pull them through the water.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I could. So they just don't want to be in the water.
That's right, sir.
All right. Well, I can levitate a few of them if that helps, and they can just piggyback on each other. Do you have rope that you might be able to extend down to these fish freaks?
As far as I'm aware, I currently have plenty of rope in my pack, yes.
Okay. Then I think we can all pick a buddy, make them levitate, and then allow the fish people to pull them through the air.
All right. Thank you for your aid.
Yes, anything to move this along a little bit quicker. And you see him kind of like fly over and then address his people once more.
Got that, Blue Knight?
Yeah. The pleasant way he talks. Yeah, I picked up on that.
Yeah, and the plan. I do have plenty of rope. I have over 200 feet here, so we can also cut that up into appropriate lengths for you to use.
All right then. Well, I guess I'll let everyone know, and I guess we'll make our way. Maybe 5 feet per rope. Depends on how high we're going to be off the water. Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. How many ropes is it? They said to pair up, right? So it would be. How many are you?
Well, there's 15 of us, so I guess.
And the 3 of us need to travel the same way as well. So that makes a total of 18. So then
45 feet?
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Or if you don't want to cut your rope, I guess we can just everyone grab a section of it, and then all of the fish people just pull the other sections.
Yeah, it's so long that should work no problem. Yeah, really like.
There you go.
4 times as long as we need. Okay.
Okay. I guess one knight will grab a section, then one of the fish people, then a knight, then a fish people. So they're all pulling us kind of in a line.
Yeah. And
all right.
line as well.
I guess I'll let them know.
So I'll let the prince know at the same time what the plan is exactly.
What's going on?
About the travel, the way we found to do it, because their armor shouldn't get in the water, is that they're gonna hand out rope, and the airfolk will cause some of them to levitate, and then the idea would just be that your people hold on to the rope down in the water and pull the essentially flying humans along.
Okay, that works. I guess I'll jump down, and I guess when everyone's ready, just I guess head down.
Right. People do that.
All right. And you see the prince just jump right off the cliff and swan dive. uh, I don't actually think we caught your names.
I'm Locke.
Okay, Locke,
My name's Engel.
Engel, and you? I'm Bernie. You see the Blue Knight kind of, again, you can't see his face, it's covered, but he kind of like takes a second and then kind of takes a step or two forward toward Bernie. And you see him like lean forward just a little bit and turn his head to the side. Your name again? It's Bernie. And he kind of starts walking away. Uh, okay. You
Just,
call me crazy, but that
it's
does,
all right. We're aware of what you're thinking of, but just address him as Bernie, if you would, please.
what was I thinking of?
Might have heard that voice before.
Yeah, it does seem familiar. Who was that?
Oh, it's not really up to us to say anything other than what he's told you, unfortunately. Just
You see
Bernie.
at this point, he does put his hand on his sword. Sir, he turns back. He's not wanted, is he?
No,
No,
not
Sir,
wanted.
no, he's not wanted. No.
no, uh, uh, I just need time to, uh, little help. And he says, keep walking.
I address the knight again. He's a friend. It's more undercover than anything
I kind of
nefarious.
stop him like, no, he's not wanted. He's a friend that we helped get out of the fire plane. He's been with us ever since then.
Okay. So you can vouch for him.
Yeah, I could vouch.
Absolutely.
All right. I hope you don't mind me saying this, but I think we'll keep an eye on this one.
That's all right. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. You see him like slowly, his palm is no longer on his sword, and his fingers just kind of barely touching as it just releases, and he puts his hand back down to his side. Because he looks definitely familiar. And he just kind of walks over to his troops. Bernie turns around. I don't know if me being here will compromise anything.
Isn't so far. We're almost
Okay.
done now. So
All right.
Let's join their lineup for traveling.
As you take your attention, you hear the king. He sees the group approaching. Okay, so I think the best thing to do is put everyone at the edge of the cliff. And you see his left arm kind of extend out, and you see a small smirk on his face. Please, if you don't mind, to the edge of the cliff. The knights all kind of make their way. and he explains, "Don't be alarmed. I think a quick spell will put everyone in place, and then just take a nice little step off the cliff and we'll guide you down. Nice and easily." The troops from the plane of air all line up in front and seemingly cast a spell. And one by one, you all get a very light feeling. If you don't mind, take your step. As you take a step out, they all, like, you see them kind of drop their hands as you all just start falling in a guided way down to the water. We need the rope.
Yeah, I thought I would have handed that out before, but I guess if not, I'll start handing it to the person in front and behind me.
Okay. As you
Items of the
do,
rope.
they start pulling on the rope to kind of like pass it along. As they do, the entire rope expands out, covering the distance of all of the troops. And then you see the fish people all swim up and grab the rope in between each of your arms. Okay, the prince shouts out, "Are we ready?"
We're ready.
Already.
Okay. And just then, the fish people start flying as they're swimming. And as you kind of look back up at the cliff, you see all of the troops swoop down and kind of fly in a formation where they're on either side of you, and kind of like it's as though the troops are making a dome shape where they're like 5 feet from all of the knights, and they're all kind of like flying and like doing like little spin moves and kind of like twirling with each other and kind of just being one with the air. As you guys start making your way, about 5 or so minutes, 7 minutes, 8 minutes, you start seeing one of the knights slowly start losing altitude as you hear kind of his feet skimming the water. Hey, 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 wait, 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 no! No! One of the troops kind of flies by and casts the spell one more time, and then just kind of lifts his hand and the knight comes back up. And then again, all of the troops are like flying by, casting spells, and like bringing you guys back up to about 5 or so feet off the water. As about another 5 or 7 minutes passes, you start making your way. Let's go over to a different board. Oh, baby. I'll pull you over. You start making your way. Mm, mm. Let me see. Engel. There we go. Okay, perfect. You guys make your way, and perfect. You all start reaching the very base of this location. Engel, this kind of looks a little familiar to you. Oh my gosh. Wow.
Hey, this looks familiar to me.
Okay. All right, here. Engel, do you know where this is?
I do.
Okay. Just then, the fish people kind of swim up, and as he goes down the line, he's calling out. The prince is calling out, "We'll be stopping here to rest. Stopping here to rest. We're gonna make a stop to rest. We're stopping to rest."
Is this like the northern tip, right? Is the land starting to curve
Yes.
back to the east and south? Okay.
Yes. Oh, what is this? Okay, what are you guys gonna do?
I guess land. All right.
That's a good idea. Okay, you guys are now on the land. There we go. And let me drop in Bernie. Bernie. He's our man. As you guys, we're going to put you over here. As you guys are standing over at the docks, or at the kind of cove, if you will, Bernie kind of leans over and especially says to you, Engel,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think me being here is a good idea. I should at least be hidden. Um, I I don't know. Uh, I don't want anyone to see me.
And I
I
know this area. You should be good. But then again, though, and I try to remember, does he look like himself at all? Like in terms of like how he normally looks, or does he look different?
Um, from what you remember of him, he looks just a little bit older, and I mean, still the same beard, same everything. There's just more gray in his hair. There's more. He's very thinned out and a little bit frail, but his face, except for that, looks pretty much the same.
Okay. Um, I think you should be okay. I mean, I know the people here, so I'm not exactly sure if they'll recognize you or not. Because again, like like you said, he does look different, but not like too different. But if
Okay.
you don't feel comfortable, I can get you can use that blanket of yours and kind of cover yourself with it.
Okay. Yeah. I think I'll just hang out here.
Okay.
As all of the other troops are kind of making their way, you hear people in the distance. No! No, run! All of them are kind of just kind of panicking. We're being attacked! Run!
I fell out of the board. What board was it? Game
I'll
like
pull you
kicked me
in.
out.
There you go. Yeah, you immediately hear, run! We're being attacked!
And when you say you know the people, maybe best if you
I was
them.
gonna say, are they yelling? Are you yelling that because we're here, or are they yelling that because they're actually being attacked?
I think they think we're attacking.
728. Troops on the shore! Run! And they all kind of, you see like people kind of scurry off, slam their doors, run in.
I yell, "It's okay, it's okay. They're not. They're friendly, friends." And I guess I start trying to walk towards people. Which are they? Is this something
Uh,
here or to come like over here?
as everyone started coming up onto the beach, or the cove, everyone ran from the cove. So people started running into different homes, slamming doors, and now there's like no one in sight.
Okay. Okay. I'll start making my way up the hill, I guess. Yeah, I'll start making my way up the hill.
Okay.
Quick question while he's walking up. When we were still on the water, did we see the island of Quebec already across the water, or is that too far?
You can see it off in the distance, but it's still like from this location, it's kind of like the fish people are dead tired. Like they really need to rest. You can see off in the distance what appears to be smoke and kind of bright, kind of fiery lights.
Which direction is that in?
North.
North? Okay.
Hmm? Oh, wait. This. There. Now it's north. I realized the map was not showing the actual compass.
Yeah. Alright, so I should head up this way?
Yeah, that
Or-
would be north. Hmm.
Okay.
As you do, the direction you're heading, you see just carries on for a long distance. But from that viewpoint, you can see what appears to be the fiery kind of distance. There's Kivik to the north.
So we're close now, or closer.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Um, which one are they staying at? Which place are they?
Which place or who what?
My parents.
Oh, your house would be right here.
Okay.
Yours takes the longest to get to. Sorry.
While they're gone, I'm gonna ask the prince.
Okay.
I don't know if you saw from down in the water. Did you see the fire and the smoke on the island across the water here? We arrived.
The prince is like pretty much just lying on the ground. Smoke? Maybe? You can see it from where you are now.
Like right over there. Can you see it? I just want to ask how long you think it's gonna take us to get there tomorrow. The same means of travel.
Tomorrow? I just need to rest for an hour or something, and then we'll be ready to continue.
Well, what time is it now?
It's probably like 10 a.m.
Right? And if you guys travel there with us today, you won't be like too winded to be able to fight at full strength.
Well, that's why we want to rest now.
Okay. Okay. I'll ask the King Aramis. Your Majesty.
Okay.
We got here faster than I would have anticipated. It's possible that we can already go over and fight today. How would that work with your troops? I know a lot of your men had to spend efforts on maintaining the levitations. Are they too winded? Would they need to rest before we join the fray, or would it be fine to do so today already?
Well, I think they should be okay. If we're going to take a short rest, they can regain some of what they lost.
Then this will switch the plan to that. In that case, there is going to be, I'm making sure that both the Prince and the King can hear me, and I guess also the Blue Knight. There is going to be another, I guess, a fourth party joining our side in the battle. They'll travel there themselves, though. They're humans as well, so you should be able to recognize them. And yeah, in that case, I'll let them know that suppose an hour of rest, and perhaps how long do you think it will take us to travel, Prince, to that fire?
Maybe just another 10 minutes.
Right. I'll ask them in that case to join in about an hour and a half to make sure we've actually located the enemy and they're not fighting them on their own. But yeah, there will be another party, and also the elves that are there, they're the local inhabitants. They are friendly as well. It's really just the fire people that are the enemies. Right.
Okay, then. I see. And do we need to cast another spell to make you float across the water?
Robert, there's no boats here in their bay, is there?
No.
Okay. It seems like it, yes. I'll see if we can find another way, maybe cut down some trees after all while everyone's resting here. But if not, then yes, there would be one more levitation to get across. I could I could do one of them as well. I don't have the reserves that your men seem to have, but I do have one levitation in me.
Well, how much do those knights weigh? Because if possible, casting levitate on... Casting levitate on just a few of them might be enough to hold up all of them.
Sure, you know, Blue Knight, how heavy is one of your men, including armor and equipment?
I'd say about probably close to 200.
What does that mean for you?
200. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me think. All right, then. That would cut it down to half. So if we cast this spell on just half of them, then that would be enough to carry all of them.
Right, and I will do one of them. Yeah, okay. Sounds good.
All right, then I think rest and some food and some... I mean, what does this town have to offer?
It looks very small. I doubt it has much to offer to our numbers.
There's always something to offer.
Perhaps there might be, but these are people of our realms as well. We don't want to raid our own people. They're not like under some enemy king. They're basically under the same king as me.
But if I wanted to, you probably wouldn't stop me.
I feel like we had something for that in our contract. I'm looking up our contract right now.
I'll give it a minute. Let's cut over to Engel as you
Yeah.
are checking. Engel, you are now standing outside what appears to be your family home.
I knock on the door.
You hear an older woman. No, go away!
I open the door, or I knock on the door. I say, Mother,
Mother?
it is I, Engel.
Engel? You hear her kind of footsteps thud against the ground as she makes her way to the door, and it swings open. And oh, yeah, she's right there. Okay, there we go. She swings the door open, and she, in all her might, reaches over and just bear hugs you. Oh,
I
come
hug her
inside,
back.
quick!
I say, no, it's okay. These guys are with me.
What? What do you mean with you?
We're going north to go fight to go join that fight up north. We're marching north.
What are you into? What's going on?
I then proceed to give her the TLDR version of what's been going on with me,
Go ahead.
or where I've been. So,
What are the points? What are the points, but not in detail then?
Yeah. I pretty much start with the not. It's not a. Was it a dungeon or was it a prison? Prison, right? Yeah.
Yes.
I go to
Yeah.
prison, and I told her where we went after the prison in terms of like Tordia and all that stuff. Just again like the rough points of like, yeah, I met the king of Tordia after I got out of prison, and I ended up somehow in, was it Kvik? Yeah, Kvik, and we ran into previous people that were part of the group that I'm in. I told her I'm also a part of the um uh or I guess the group formerly known as the Aimless.
Mhm. Okay.
And then yeah, and then I go through the process of telling her like different planes that I've seen, all the stuff that I've been doing in terms of like meeting new people and such, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And I told her like going up to like what's happening up north and the different planes that I've been into and why we have so many weird people with us and what we're gonna go fight.
Okay. She looks at you, and with each story that you tell her, her head is like just slowly, kind of like shaking back and forth, left to right, in a kind of like a she can't believe it, like oh my gosh, kind of way. So,
That's pretty good. Yeah.
what? Why did you go to Tordia? How did you get to different planes?
That is actually harder to explain than the previous stuff, honestly. But there was a group of people a long time ago that created these well, what are they considered? Not kiosk, but
Kind of like a I can't think of the right word for it, but it's kind of like a podium,
yeah.
pretty much.
Okay, I'll say yeah, podium.
Podium, yeah, we'll say podium. That's best.
That they use to jump back and forth between different planes of existence.
She kind of like knocks you on the head a little bit in a very kind of that's your mom kind of way. I know what they are, but how did you use them? Why are you going to different planes of existence?
We had to gather up people from different planes to help us fight the plane of fire that's been wreaking havoc all over the place here on our world. So,
Well, thank the stars that you're okay. You know, when you were gone, we didn't know what to do. We were kind of worried, but we knew that if you came back, you would finally be able to come back for good. So I'm glad you're gonna put this business with Kivik behind you, and you're not going to join them in the long term, right?
that's hard for me to say.
Why is it hard?
There's some other things that I have to do for the Dwarven Kingdom, and
I
as soon
know,
as I'm done with this,
and
I have to go back there and take care of that.
you know, ever since you were small, you always thought about what's outside the door, what's down the path, what's on the other side of wherever we were. And out of all my little children, I always hoped that a path would lead you back here. And I'm still kind of hoping that day comes.
Me too, one day. But that's not
One
this
day.
day, unfortunately.
I see. And what assurances do I have that this little business in Kivik, that you'll be safe?
You know that you'll know that I will always attempt to do the best that I can. If that's not good enough, well, hang on. How did you know that I have business in Quebec?
You just literally told her.
No, but when I told her about the Dwarven Council, she says, I know.
The Dwarven Council? You didn't say anything about the Dwarven Council. You said, I have
Well,
business to attend for the Dwarven Kingdom.
yeah, so, well, yeah, for the Dwarven King. And she says, I know. Yeah.
Oh, just the fact that you're gonna leave again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Not like specific stuff. She's literally
Oh,
just like, she's saying, like, when is it gonna be enough? When are you finally gonna come back home? And you're like, well, I have business. And she's like, I know. Like, as in, like, always there's something that's bringing you away from it.
oh,
Yeah.
okay. I'll tell her, honestly, um, as soon as I handle this, I have it on good authority that I will be, well, there's a possibility I might not be able to come back. But I'll come back and let you know what's going on though before if anything like that were to happen. Rest assured, I'll keep you, I'll tell you. But at the moment right now, though, I have to take care of this particular, you know, world-ending thing.
She seems like the breath she took when you said you're not coming back felt like an eternity. And she finally lets out this kind of deep sigh. Those are not the words I was hoping to hear. But
Yeah.
I hope you've at least been praying.
Yeah, I've definitely been praying.
Okay. As long as you keep him on our side, I think he'll keep you out of harm's way. And at this point, as she's talking to you, she's looking everywhere except at you. She's looking up in the sky, she's looking to the left, she's looking to the right. You know, your brothers and sisters have been missing you. If you're not to come back, where will you go?
I mean, I'll be honest, I'm kind of everywhere at the moment. I have a house being built, or I have I have a manor in Rockdale, right? Not Rockdale,
Tor.
Cordia? Yeah.
Mhm.
And then,
Wait. You have a manor?
well, I own part of a manor. It's me and the other people that I'm with. We have a manor in Cordia, and then we're also building another manor in, is it Barumi, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Barumi.
No. Alrine.
Allrine. Oh yeah,
Hmm.
Allrine. Yeah, and we're building another one in Allrine.
Okay, all right. I get it. Very funny. Yes. Okay. It took me so long to piece it together. You're a very funny son. I get it. Haha. The prank is on me. You're meeting you're meeting kings, and you have a manor in Tordia, and you're traveling to different planes. Okay, Engel, sure. You know, if you want to play pranks and jokes, you know that's your father's expertise. I don't like that stuff. So let's just go inside, and whoever your little friends are playing, pretending to be soldiers and scaring us, it's not funny, okay? You had you had me worried.
Uh, I mean, I ask her, do you still worship? Hang on, let me look up the god that they worship. 1 second. I have it in my notes, but unless it's been a minute since I even looked at that.
So while you're looking that up, let's join over to Locke. Okay, Locke, you've had your chance to respond to the kind of suggestion of a threat as King Aramus said, if we attack these people, you probably wouldn't stop us.
Certain I wouldn't be able to stop you with your superior forces. Unfortunately, me, as well as at least the knights here, would be obligated to attempt to do so, even if we don't stand a chance. I wouldn't be surprised if the waterfolk helped us. And, I mean, your contract, or our contract, promises your reward after successfully defeating the fire people that are attacking this realm, so I'm sure you, with your superior wisdom, have realized long before me that it would be in your own best interest to keep our forces as strong as possible and not initiate a fight here and now.
As you continue, as you get halfway through your reply, the king very, very, very slowly makes his way lower to the ground and finally lands and takes a couple steps over to you, leans forward, and just very casually, you know, I thought maybe you being at least a half-breed would have some sense of humor. And he kind of just turns around. You know, if we're going to go and see your little home world, at least make it somewhat entertaining for us, half-breed. Bernie kind of takes a step forward. kind of looking at the tension.
Oh, I motion to Bernie to like stand back. I'm not tense. I'm looking at him pretty relaxed as well.
He's more responding to the king
Yeah,
trying to provoke you.
I'm
But
sure.
he takes note of your kind of hand movement to cool down.
I'm sure there will be plenty of occasion for fun in about an hour and a half when we get to fight.
Well, I hope so, because looking at those little toy soldiers, I don't think they're going to stand a chance. Metal and fire. Oh, God. Ah. And he kind of looks over at the knights. You guys must be pretty good with a sword to have enough guts to go in and try to fight fire wearing metal. Oh. You know what, little one? I think I am starting to have some fun. I think it's going to be amusing to see these fish people boil in the water. Ah, perfect.
Right. Have a good rest.
Okay, as we jump back over to Engel.
Okay.
You were saying about gods.
Yeah, I asked her, so are you and father still worshiping Morden?
Yes. Is that okay? Why do you bring up Morden?
Have you ever seen a cleric or a paladin of Morden?
Engel, if this is about your continued joke, I don't think bringing Moradin into this is funny anymore.
No, I asked, no, seriously, no, have you seen one, mother?
In this small village of about 10 to 12 of us, no, I have not.
Okay. Have you seen any clerics or paladins of any order?
Please, just what are you trying to say?
I look at her and I say, a while back, before I left, I ended up in contact with something, a god, per se, and I was tasked with going around and fighting evil. I know it sounds childish, and I kind of go ahead and I relax and I go I kind of like usher her inside, right? To kind of go ahead and like say like you know like I'm coming inside and we're talking, right?
Okay. She pulls a chair out for you to sit down at the table and she starts preparing some food. Still
And I
listening, though.
say, yeah. And I say, ever since then, this god has been having me go around all over the place, fighting evils and protecting people and such. And it's been a journey.
Okay.
I told her, I'm a cleric now, Mom. And unfortunately, the luxuries of being able to be in one spot and getting to, have a easygoing life is not one that I have anymore. And luckily for me, this time around, I've been able to go ahead and come back here and see you all and see how you guys are doing. And to give you an update on my life, really. But unfortunately, I don't know. I personally don't know what the future has in store for me. So, if you wish to not take me seriously, that's fine. I just want you to know that I am being upfront with you, and I'm being genuine with you. Whether or not you can understand that or you want to, that is completely up to you. But please understand that I am safe and I'll be okay.
She, at this point, as you mentioned, as you just did, this is the first time in about 3 or 4 minutes where she actually looks at you. So this is not a joke.
So I, at that point, start like gathering energy in my, or gathering like holy energy in my hand, and it will be like in the, like showing her like, that I'm like pulling energy from, like I'm not like I'm about to cast a spell, but I'm gathering up, energy to cast one. You know what I mean?
As she sees you do that, she puts down the plate of food in front of you, and she very lightly, not as in like not as in like a quit it, but more as in like a reassurance. She like puts her hand on the wrist of the hand that you are casting this energy. You're gathering this energy. She places her hand on that wrist. If this is not a joke, and you met a king, and you have a manor, and you're going to different planes of existence and everything, I believe you. I thought you were kidding, but I hoped you were kidding. But if this is something, and you see her kind of like tilt her head up toward the ceiling a little bit and kind of take a small sigh. If this is your calling, and like she says the words calling with like kind of a weight. If this is your calling, then Moradin be damned. I have to support it. I might protest, but I will support. And then she kind of like, with her other hand, she places it kind of on one of your cheeks on the side, and then she just kind of extends it back, and just like a really light tap, she like hits you across the face. And why haven't you invited me to your manor?
I literally look at her and be like, honestly, this is the first time I've actually been able to even come see you. I can't even, half the time I can't tell you where I'm at. Not because I'm trying to you know, avoid you, but mostly just to kind of keep you safe. I mean, we've I have so many enemies. I mean, literally just a few like hours ago, I was actually in a jeep. I was in a void where the gods can't even reach you.
She like slowly closes her eyes from the point that you started saying, I have so many enemies. And she just slowly closes her eyes. Engel, Engel, Engel. Please don't make me regret saying I support this. Let's not hear about how many enemies you have. That's not helping.
Well, well, I tell her technically they're your enemies too. They're people that just don't want to, destroy and kill everyone. So technically they're yours too. But at the same time, though, if I need to move around, in a stealthful manner, or in a manner that will keep me out of sight, I sometimes have to, refrain from sitting out certain things. But yeah, it's all right.
Well, it seems as though our clan is dwindling more and more.
Why is that?
Well, you left and then, or you were, I guess, taken. And your brothers and sisters were wondering, and I don't know. At least they're safe. I mean, many of them are out gathering food for tonight, and they'll be back a little bit later, so you can say hello, and then you can tell them your stories of different planes and dragons in the sky or whatever craziness you're getting into.
Oh, oh yeah. Hang on, quickly. Did me and Locke didn't bring our wyverns, did we?
Did you?
I don't think we did we? No, because we never went back home.
Okay.
So, okay.
Locke, did you ask anyone to bring your wyverns?
We did ask the Lord to give them with Simon, but Simon didn't actually come, so...
Oh, then if someone was supposed to come, then he is here with you guys.
Oh, then I would have my wyvern then.
Yes.
Okay. Then I'll simply tell her, speaking of, I told her, speaking of dragons, I actually have one. He's right here. And he's like around my neck, I guess, probably. I'll show her.
He finally kind of crawls out of where he is. I'm dropping in Simon there. He kind of crawls out from his little hidey spot as he kind of looks over, kind of quizzical, at this dwarf woman. Oh, Engel. Well, I guess that's about right. She kind of just like throws her hands in the air. Well, this is about right. Kings and queens and wyverns on your shoulder. Okay. Well, most of your brothers and sisters will be back, hopefully within a few hours. And some of them made their way to other... Well, again, you haven't... I didn't ask for it, so I'll just say, give me 3 of your siblings' names, please.
Oh. Okay. Dill, Phil, and Lil.
Okay, Dill,
Phil and
Phil, Lil. Okay. Well, 3 of your siblings won't be here this evening, but I guess what's a mother to do when the chicks leave the nest? Well, at least you're home for... How long is this now?
the night.
Okay. Well, they'll be happy to see you. And are you going to stay, or are you going to gather your troops that seem to have scared this entire town?
Yes, we'll be heading out tomorrow to take care of what's going on up north.
Okay. So I guess, are you staying here for the night, or are you going to camp on the beach with your troops? Cove.
Me and a really good friend of mine will be staying here tonight, actually.
Okay. Well, then I look forward to meeting your good friend.
Okay. Actually, what time you said? What time of day is it? It's like 10.
It's like 10 a.m. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right.
Yeah. At this point through the conversations, it's like now 10:30.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, me and Fernando, but I'm just coming here to let you know. If you want to come down and see him, you can if you like.
She kind of like takes a couple steps over, looks out the window, opens the door, kind of peeks out. I don't know. I'd be happier to just meet your friend.
Okay. Because at the moment right now we have 2 people or 2 groups here. We have a group from the plane of air and a group from the plane of water.
Did I see knights outside as well?
Yeah, and also knights, but they're from I think they're from Burumi? No. I think they're from Cordia. I forgot.
So actually, this is something I might have said. You see that some of the knights are dressed in kind of traditional suits of armor from Omor. Some of them are
Yeah.
dressed in suits of armor that hail from Galmoon, and some of them are dressed in suits of armor that hail from Yatal. So it's like a hodgepodge of a few knights here and there.
They're from everywhere.
I see.
All around the place. But yeah, you can come down and look at them or meet them if you'd like. Actually, we have the king of the plane of air with us. Forewarning, he will happily let you know who he is. Repeatedly.
Okay, I see.
Actually, we also have the king of water too. He's actually a really nice person. Can't understand him, but he seems like a very nice guy.
Interesting. So even in a party, you have kings and royalty, and knights from Wamor. That is,
Well, that's
if
from more. It's they're all from all over the place. You'll see it's a hodgepodge of a bunch of them. You can tell by their armors.
well, Engel, you know I've never been such a fan of Galmoon and Yatal. They have their own ways of doing things that, I wasn't really happy when Dill finally left to go for Galmoon, but that's beside the point.
Okay. Well, yeah,
You know,
it's okay.
Tordia. Huh. Tordia, that's in the north of Galmoon, right?
Yeah.
You should stop and say hello to your brother.
Okay. Oh, also DM's note or just a note for the DM.
Hmm?
Those two are triplets.
Okay.
So they would look similar and act similar, I guess.
Okay.
For for role playing purposes.
Hmm. Well,
But yeah.
you should at least stop by and say hello to your brother at some point.
Okay. Dill is in. You said Galmoon, right?
Yes, yeah, a little bit north of Tordia. He's one of the people that was elected to help establish a village, a kind of little town.
Oh, that's funny.
How's that funny?
If I remember correctly, I think I was the one who sent them there. Huh, I didn't know he was a part of that group.
What are you talking about?
And then correct me if I just want to make sure I got this right. Is this the place where we liberated them from the Yetis, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, I'll tell the story about the Yeti fight. Like, yeah, there was a bunch of Yetis there, and we liberated that town. And I was in touch with the dwarven kingdom and advised them to send a group of dwarves there to establish a city or establish a town for the dwarven council. Yep, that was me.
What are you talking about, Yeti?
There's Yetis there. They're technically still there. They're peaceful now though, but yeah, there was a corrupted crystal that was controlling them through their water supply.
Um, okay. And is your brother safe?
Yeah, they're safe now. We struck a deal with the Yetis. They mind their business. They don't mess with anybody else.
Struck a deal with the Yetis. I don't think I will ever understand a word you say from now on. But if you're still here and she kind of like grabs your face, looks like, kind of like pulls your face like left and right. You don't seem to have any scratches. I think your crazy stories will be something that maybe someday you explain.
Okay.
Well, I'm happy that you're safe and I guess doing something you like.
It's definitely not a hobby. I can tell you that.
Well, I can hardly recognize you. You look so thin.
I mean, that's what happens when you're on the road for, months and months on end.
Well, I guess we'll have to get some ale and enough food to make up for how skinny you look.
Okay. Where? If you're going to cook now, let me go ahead and grab my friend. I'll bring him up here so I can introduce you.
Okay,
And
well,
yeah.
still need to wait for your siblings, but yeah, I think I'll get some stuff ready.
Okay.
All right.
All right. I'll be right back. And then I will then leave and go get Bernie, and I guess I'll go ahead and grab Locke too.
Okay.
See if they're hungry.
Let's go right back to the shore. Was there anything else you guys wanted to do?
I am like right after talking with the
Mhm.
king. I would have sent off that message that I put in Discord. I can read it out. It was.
Sure.
I'm sending it to the headmaster of the school. We will reach Kvik sooner than expected. Please join us there in 90 minutes if possible. Water and air people and knights are with us. And he can answer.
Oh, I see. Oh, so heading. Oh, yeah. Sending to the headmaster is not part of the message. Gotcha. Okay.
No, yeah. It's
Okay.
because I was writing it while you were talking.
Yeah, gotcha. So as you sent that message out, the headmaster will say, let me just make sure. Five, 8. Okay. As the reply comes back, your friend is with us, excited to reunite. We'll meet you at the shore, eager to carry out our mission.
Okay. And then as Engel gets back, I'll talk to him and I say, sorry, I already talked to everyone while you were gone, but there's a bit of a change
Engel's
of
not here.
plans. Oh.
Oh, Engel is there. Oh, wow.
He
Never mind.
is.
I went into Discord. Never mind. There we go.
Everyone is ready with a short rest already, so we'll leave in about, well, now a bit less than an hour, I guess, as soon as everyone's rested up, instead of staying the night.
Oh, so we're not gonna stay. Fine. I was gonna say, you guys wanna follow me?
Well, yeah. You fine with the townspeople and everything turned out alright?
You just follow me. And then I motion to Bernie too. Yeah, follow me too.
Okay.
And then I'll put you guys up here.
At this point, we can just teleport.
Teleport, cool.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. And then I knock on the door.
Door opens.
Door. I say, hey, these are my friends. I point to Locke and I say, this is Locke. He's actually half Air Genasi.
Hi.
Oh, okay.
I point to Bernie and I say, this is Bernie. He's a person that I helped, or he's one of the people that I helped get out of the,
Immediately, as soon as you say, and this is Bernie, and she kind of like peers, because he's kind of around the corner from the door opening. So she kind of like has to look around the corner, and as soon as she does, her eyes just like perk like the widest you've ever seen, and just immediately just like,
I thought he covered himself. He said I told him to put on his cloak to wrap himself up. Whatever, it's fine. It's cool. It's cool. Because when he said like, oh, I don't want people to recognize me. I told him, like, you still have your cloak, right? He's like, yeah, I'm like, sure. It's cool. It's cool. It's cool.
Okay, no, so you want to see him then. If he has his cloak on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, scratch it. She kind of looks over, sees something hooded figure. And she's like, okay. And these are your friends.
Well, I told her, well, yes, me and Locke have been traveling together. He's part of the company that I'm in. I told her Bernie's the person that's been helping us out. He is one of the people that helped me and Locke get out of the plane of fire.
And does he speak?
I looked at her and I said, he's very shy around new people.
Well, if he's going to come into this house, he at least has to say hello.
I kind of look over to her and I whisper to him and I told him, you can trust her if you want. And then I motion all of us to come inside. And I kind of like,
who is it that we have the honor of meeting?
Oh yeah, sorry. This is my mother, Julia.
Oh.
Hello.
Hi.
I have the pleasure of calling this one my son, Engel. And she kind of like hits you on the shoulder. You're trying to be too formal in front of your friends. It's okay. Please come in. Here it's a little bit more casual.
And then as we're coming in, like I let Locke go past me and my mom walk in. I kind of put the Bernard tell me, yeah, you can trust her. She's good if you'd like. I don't know.
Trust her how?
Well, first, it's my mother.
So she won't say anything?
I'm very positive she won't say anything. And due to where we are, and we're so remote out that they don't know what's going on at the Capitol at all. So, but I also know that there are Capitol people everywhere, or from the Dwarven Capital, or Dwarven Kingdom. There's dwarves spies everywhere. But again, like I said, I can technically vouch for her. But again, if you don't feel comfortable, you can go ahead and just, speak, but don't, obviously don't show her yourself if you don't want to.
I'll trust you to make any introductions.
Okay.
I don't know how much you would like for me to say about myself, but I'll trust you to make a good call.
Well, I told him, how long have you been gone? Because and I told him, do you think they'll be able to recognize you? Because you've been gone for a while, and you don't necessarily look the same per se, but I recognize you. You know what? I take that back. Yeah, they will recognize you.
He kind of like, as you're talking, he looks over and sees like a couple coins on the counter, and he just like very casually picks up a gold coin and then just holds it up to his face, and it's literally the king on the back of a gold coin.
I looked at him. That could be any dwarf. I kid, and I said, no, you're right. You're right. But again, it's my mother. I trust her. She's a priestess of Morden. I'm very positive if you are buying her by oath to not to speak, it would work about such things.
As I said, I'll trust your judgment of what introduction you'd like to give. And as you guys are talking, you hear like in the background, as she's already setting a table and putting on a plate for Locke, kind of like shoving food like in front of him. And she turns back. Whether you stay outside or come inside, please close the door.
So I say, yes, come on, we'll play it by ear. We'll see.
Okay. 3 of you sit down, and your mother begins putting plates of food and setting down the table. So, she looks over at Locke. Interesting. I don't think I've ever met anyone of your kind before, but we've been kind of holed up on this hill for quite some time. Are you part of the adventuring company?
Well, truth be told, I've never met someone of my kind either. The only one I know, and yes, I'm traveling with your son. You've raised a good oh, man.
Okay. And she kind of like looks at the plate of food. Do you eat this kind of food?
What kind of food is it that I'm looking at?
It's like a beef stew, like cut up carrots,
Yeah.
potatoes, like a really hearty meal.
Yeah. I was gonna say, yeah, if it's like 10 in the morning, like it's gonna be something akin to like a probably like English breakfast, just really
Yeah,
hearty, very,
yeah.
yeah. Because
Oh
this is
yeah,
all dwarves eat.
I'm not too picky.
Okay. Well, and she kind of like motions for all of you to eat. Well, I hear you're meeting, and as she's saying this, she kind of like puts her hand on Engel's shoulder. I hear you're meeting uh, different princes from different planes of existence. And she's kind of like walking around the table. I hear, and then she puts her hand on the other side of Engel. I hear there's a manor in Tordia, and she puts her hand kind of on Bernie's chair. And I hear you're meeting princes and kings and queens and fighting, and you have wyverns. Can you please explain to me what kind of life this is? How did you get entangled in this world?
Who is she addressing?
You.
Me. Well, well, personally, I left my home to look for my father, but I mean, this is just, the adventuring life. It just so happens that our party happened to get a bit lucky and came across the right people at the right times and, made their way up in the world.
Lucky.
Uh,
Okay.
yeah, I mean, to be honest, I wasn't in the group from the very start, so I already got lucky just by finding them. They had already made, uh, you know, had good relationships with some higher, I don't know, kings and a lord. Mostly it's a lord that we deal with. Uh, so I just kind of inherited the good position that the party already had.
Okay. And what about your friend? Does he say anything besides hello? She's looking at Engel at this point.
Like I said, he's shy. I'm sure give enough time he'll warm up. But me and him I met him in the fire plane, and he was a prisoner, and I helped get him out. And he's been lucky to come along with us to help us out with things. And it's, I asked him, how long were you down there, Bernie? Like, just give me like a rough estimate.
Several years, I'd say.
Yeah. So, yeah.
So he can say hello in several years. Look, if you're shy, that's fine. If you're not shy, speak up, please. He kind of like puts his hands in front of his plate, or like on the sides of his plate. Well, your son and Locke here, they saved me. And I guess I've been kind of tagging around as a mentor, but I don't know. I think the more I see of these two, the more I think maybe they don't actually need a mentor. I think whatever they're doing it right. Wow. He speaks so nicely. Okay. Well, how did he save you?
Oh boy.
Well, I was imprisoned, and these two, and there's also a third outside, they came in and they fought and freed and allowed us to escape. They really saved a lot of people that day. And it, for the people that were imprisoned and the skills we had, I mean, they made it seem effortless. So,
Yeah, both me and Locke out like like effortless.
and Bernie looks at the both of you. No, serious. They, you didn't see it when it was very dark.
Okay.
Hearing people not being able to get free, and for you to roll in there, and within an hour, we were all out. At this point, like, Bernie slowly picks up his right hand, and like slowly makes it towards his hood, and kind of pulls it back and says, I wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for these two. And she kind of like looks at him a little bit, like puzzled. Her eyebrows furrow a little bit, and she kind of leans across the table toward him. Oh my. And she kind of like looks over at Engel, and like the tears kind of fill her eyes. And like
yeah, go ahead.
through her trying to get like a breath, she just says, "How?"
I look at her and I just say, "Hey, look, Mom, now you've met a king."
And she immediately like just drops to her knees, and she's just like bowing, and just like I like her brain reset. Bernie's just like kind of looks over at the both of you, like kind of do something. She doesn't need to bow.
Oh, I get up and I say, Mom, we're past pleasantries. It's okay. It's okay. Just all right. Just get up. It's cool.
She pulls out one of the chairs that's open, and she sits down. I looks directly at the both of you, Locke and Engel, and especially Engel. I'm so proud of you.
Don't say that just yet. We're not, like I told you, we're not necessarily done. We still have a long road ahead of us and a lot of things that we have to take care of. I look at Locke and I say, I think after the fire playing business, we still have to go ahead and take care of other stuff too. Your stuff and my stuff, technically.
Oh,
As
we have some dealings with the air people afterwards that I'm not looking forward to.
Yeah, me neither. But and I looked to my mom. But that's what I've been doing.
and she kind of like, as soon as she kind of composes herself, she just takes a second, and like she's like breathing out the tears, kind of thing. So, yeah.
No, I meant I was gonna ask. Oh, like she's just coming to the realization that everything that I've said is actually true.
No, it's more of just like seeing the king sitting at her dinner table, and then hearing the flippin' king is saying, like, if it wasn't for Locke and your son, kind of thing. Like,
I
that
gotcha.
just kind of weight on her shoulders of just like, wow, my son did something so amazing that he was able to find the king, and then, like the king said, in an hour, him and many others were released. Like, just that kind of knocked her off her feet, and she's kind of like breathing through this very crazy moment. Well, it's a lot to take in, and I'm sure Moradin, even if you don't believe, is still with you. And I know I will be praying for you extra hard. And to have a son that can save a king, I'm happy. I'm glad this is your path. I'm glad you're on this calling.
Thanks.
And she kind of like reaches over very slightly and just takes the plate away from Bernie. This is not what a king should be eating. And she kind of like goes to the kitchen and kind of like tries to find the best food in the house.
I look over to Bernie and I said, "Thank you, for trusting her. Also for getting her off my back because she did not believe anything I was telling her. She thought I was coming in here telling her lies. I'm not.
And
I'm
then,
not. Yeah.
and then, out of nowhere, you hear your mother. Is it wrong for a mother to worry? And she kind of like, as she's putting down like some food for Bernie, she kind of hits you on the shoulder again. I'm allowed to worry.
That's fair. No.
Well, I hope that's decent enough food. I didn't know I would be having royalty today. But and she like puts her hand on your shoulder, Engel. I have royalty today. I have royalty today. And she just like keeps repeating that phrase as she's just kind of like walking around the house, like
I
trying
I
to find something else.
I kind of yelled to her, better this one than the one outside.
And she kind of just, as you even say those words, it's like not even hitting her. She just like walks past you as you're saying them, and she's still repeating, I have royalty today. The king. I have royalty today. Oh, and my son saved him. I can't believe it. And she's just kind of like muttering her to herself, like she's in her own world.
Yep, funny. But I looked at Locke and Renee and said, "Hey, eat up, guys. We're going to have a long road ahead of us later."
And as Bernie takes his fork and starts going for his food, in front of Bernie is the biggest tankard of ale.
Yes.
All right.
All right. So I guess flash forward toward done eating.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. And then I will take my plate. I'll try to gather up everyone else's plate too once they're done, and take it to the kitchen. I'll let my mom know. I don't know where she's at, but I'll let her know. All right, we're going to be heading out. I think Locke, you did tell me that they only need to rest for an hour, right?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, cool. So I'll let my mother know. Yeah, we're not. It looks like we're not going to be staying the night. We're going to be definitely be heading out in the next hour or so, and then we're going to head up north to meet up with another group. And what's the name of the school? Locke?
No, I don't remember the name of it, but like magic folks.
Yeah, I don't know yet. There's a magical school that's going to come and help us too from the
You should have it written down, right?
Yeah, I should.
Yeah. But I say, yeah, we're gonna go. There's a magic school that's gonna come and help us to a very prestigious magic school, and apparently they're gonna come help us out in the festivities of
As
fighting. So
as you're saying that, she's kind of like, she kind of makes her way toward the kitchen where you've collected the plates, and she's like grabbing the forks and stuff, and she's putting them in the sink, and she grabs the plates, and she puts one down, and she puts two in the sink, and you see her start washing the three forks, the two plates, and she's like just listening and stuff.
okay, so we're gonna go ahead and head out, but I promise I'll come back and visit as soon as I can. I'll definitely check on Dill, see how he's doing.
Okay, well, after this business with Kivik, I think your brothers and sisters will be wondering if you're going to be stopping for dinner. So please make a point of at least doing that before you're running off to the ends of the earth.
I can definitely try. Also, you can't tell anyone about Bernie here. I point to him, okay? Because it's very important that you don't.
And she kind of leans forward in that kind of like, who's going to believe me kind of look. And she doesn't say anything. She just gives you that look of just like, if I even said anything, which I wouldn't, who would have believed me? So she just gives you this kind of like funny look. And she's just
I, I,
like, yeah.
I'll tell her. I'll just simply tell her. I can happily tell you, Mom, that even if one person doesn't believe you, another one will. One that you probably won't see. And
Well,
that person
even
will tell others. But still, I know, I understand.
even if I paraded him around this town, still no one's gonna believe me. So what good is words gonna do when there's a secret to be kept and no one's gonna believe you no matter what? He's okay. He can stay the night. He can walk as he pleases. His secret's safe. You know, you don't even need to mention it.
I gotcha. I mean, you just want to make sure all bases are covered.
No
But yeah,
worries. It's fine. I'm just I am on cloud nine this entire time.
that's good. But yeah, we're going to head
Well,
out.
how late are you gonna stay? Are you gonna be back in time for dinner? Are you gonna be in time for dinner tomorrow?
That I can't tell you. It depends on how long this fight goes on. Like I said,
Okay.
I look at the log. Is it about like what, another hour or so for us to get there? If we're traveling with the sea people or the people
They
on the side
actually
of water?
said it would only take him like 10 minutes to cross.
Okay, cool. All right, well, go over to where the plane of fire guys are. Kick the butt and be back before dinner. Gotcha.
Okay. Well, so you will be here for dinner either tonight or tomorrow or at some point. Is this correct?
Yeah, that is absolutely correct. I will be back for dinner at some point.
Okay. So right as soon as you finish your little thing with fire people or whatever, you'll be here for dinner.
Yeah, as soon as I can make it back. Exactly.
Engel,
As soon as I can make it back. I don't know if it's gonna take a day or two, but I will be back for dinner at some point.
after you finish with the fire plane, correct?
Yes, after I finish with the fire plane, I'll be back for dinner.
Okay. Then I will make sure to keep a plate ready.
All right. That
Well,
sounds great.
if you need to go down there and talk to your friends, that's fine too.
That's all right. You can come watch if you like.
At this
Actually, you know
point,
what?
at this
Oh,
point,
go
she
ahead.
finishes cleaning the 2 plates and 3 forks, puts them to hang like on a drying rack, and she finished cleaning 1 plate, and she's currently holding it, drying it, and then she kind of just like is like walking around the kitchen over to the side, and she like she puts it on display.
Uh, gotcha. Oh yeah, I say yeah. If you watch from afar though. Um, I don't trust the Air King. He's a little iffy.
Okay, are you gonna be fine?
I'm fine. I'm just not sure how I look the lock. Has he been saying anything weird?
Oh yeah. Yes, he has.
Okay, so yeah, I don't fully trust him.
Well,
Definitely,
if you want, I can go down there and have a talk with him.
no, don't. Trust me, it's not worth it.
Okay.
But again, you can watch from afar, see what we do.
Well, thank you for letting me know what I can do, Engel.
No
And
problem.
she says that in a very kind of like pokey kind of
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, I
yeah,
got you.
like kind of teasing you.
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I give her a hug and a kiss on the cheek, and then I make for the door.
And again, she slaps you on the shoulder as you do. In front of a king? Engel. And she kind of like bows to the king, and as soon as he makes his way outside, then she like grabs you and she gives you a smooch.
I got you. I got you. Okay. Okay. So then, yeah, we can leave,
Okay.
and then oh, I didn't jump on the wall. No. Okay. Oh yeah, we can teleport now. So
Yes.
teleport down
While we're
here.
walking down, I did want to ask you how come you ended up coming back from the plane of air faster than me? I thought it would have taken longer there.
I looked at him. I told him, I'll be honest with you. I didn't just go to the plane of air. I literally went to like all the planes except for water.
Uh, Wait, like what did you do?
I didn't know the proper code to get back to the mountain.
Oh,
So I
right.
typed in every code for our plane, and I went all over the place. And then I went to the plane of Earth on accident
Oh,
twice, actually.
that is that
And
means
then I went to, yeah.
from now on the plane of Earth can come here too if they know the code. Like
Well,
nobody saw
I'll
you
be
there.
honest with you. There wasn't a whole lot there, just a bunch of rocks.
Oh, they might have been alive. Uh, oh, okay. And what you said you went to a bunch of different ones here?
Yeah, I did.
Did you
One
go
through
to new
six.
ones? Oh, you
Yes, I
know the
did.
numbers?
I mean, honestly, it's not that hard. You just go through 1 through 6.
Can you tell me what each of them looked like? Because I have some info on what some of them are supposed to look like. Maybe we can piece together which portals you went to where they are.
Oh,
Was
okay.
one of them in a dense forest?
Yes,
What number?
I have no idea. All I do know is that. Hang on, let me go back to my notes.
Sure.
Um, uh, I think 5 is some place that has a lot of fire.
A
Because
lot
there
of
was like
fire?
small sulfur. Yeah, there's sulfur and a bunch of like stuff that was like already burnt and stuff like that. And I think 4
Burnt how
was a place that
recently?
was already burnt. I think 5 was the recent one, and then 4 was the one that was like ashen, but it wasn't recent.
Well, the recent one is probably here in Kvik. That's probably where the fire people came in.
Got
So
you.
that was
Okay.
5?
I think that one's 5.
All right.
And then there was one that was 4 that was ashen, where it was already burnt down, but it was old. It wasn't new.
The other ones that I know are somewhere. One of them is the one with the ice dragon, so not that one.
I think that one's 3 or 2.
Or 2. Then there's one close to Archina, supposedly, or maybe even in, which I don't know what that's supposed to look like.
I'm not sure, but I mean, I'll be honest with you. It happens. You can do it so quick. It doesn't necessarily matter. We can literally do it whenever. We can literally just go ahead and set the portal and just go through all 6 all 6 numbers, and we can figure it out. Also, I went back to the void one again. Yeah, that one sucks.
Yeah. And just to finish what I was saying, the ones I know about where they are, one is close to Archina, and then in the atoll I know the location roughly of 3 of them, and one of them is in a dense forest. One of them just says it's in a mountain, and the other one I don't know anything about. But the atoll overall is mostly deserty, like hot, dry, so maybe something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
The
Not
atoll?
quite sure. Not quite sure, but like I
No?
said, all I
Am I
know.
wrong?
Yeah. Oh, no.
Thought that's what it was.
The northern part of Utah is like tropical, kind of desert, kind of hot climate. But that's just the northern part.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then it's not all of Yatal, but it still applies to that portal because that's more northern-ish in Yatal. Close to Gulos, apparently. All right. Well, I guess we'll have to go try that out some other time then.
Yeah, it's something we should probably definitely do.
Okay.
Definitely do.
See if everyone here is ready.
Okay.
The water folk, I guess, are... Or has it been an hour? Have they rested for an hour?
Yeah. From the chat, from walking to and from the house, and from eating. Yeah, it's definitely been an hour.
Towards the prince, are your people ready?
And the prince, like, right around, all around the water part, so, like, all of them are kind of just, like, lying down, resting when they first got there. Now they're all sitting up and they look like they're fine. The prince tells you, yeah, we've had our time to rest, and we went swimming to get some food, so we had some fish, and yeah, we're okay.
Your people too, may your majesty? Looking at King Aramus.
Yes, we are. And he looks down at the prince and his people. Yes, we are very much ready to end this saga and claim our dominion.
Right. Humans and I guess dwarves as well, we'll need to pair up. One of each pair is going to be floating and the other one is essentially going to be riding on them.
Okay.
Maybe I'll pair up with Simon and then Engel can go with Bernie.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, everyone pairs up.
And yeah, we'll do the same spiel again with the rope.
Okay, so everyone makes their way over to the water, so pretty much like right here-ish, and they all pair up. They all grab ends of the rope and do almost the same exact thing. The fish people, the first one grabs one end of the rope, and then every time it's cast, they pull the rope forward. The other people grab on, cast, pull, grab, cast, pull, grab, cast. And then you guys are ready to start flying over.
I did cast it once as well. The one for me and
Yes. Yeah.
Simon was mine.
All right. And with that, let's end our session. And we'll pick up next session with the Battle of Kivik.
Okay. Bye bye YouTube.
Bye.
Bye.